Welcome everyone to another episode of Ranting with Ramos. Thanks for tuning in. Today I have the most important guest always. I have my wife, Liz. How are you, Liz?
I'm good, thank you. Hi everyone.
And this is Dina Washington. Nobody knows the way I feel this morning. This was what she picked. She's been listening to a lot of this stuff. I wanted to come on. I said I wasn't going to come on for a while and shit, right? Mm-hmm. But I might be starting a new job. I have two interviews tomorrow, thank God. So I wanted to jump on here because I might not be able to come on for a while because now shit got real now. It wasn't just me saying it. Now I went out there and I fucking applied for a couple of places, so I got a couple of interviews. They called me last Wednesday, but that shit went straight to fucking voicemail, so I wasn't able to fucking to know what they called me until I looked at all my fucking voicemails. What the fuck? I got like 42, and I never looked through them, and I started going through them, and then I was, Jose, I want to set up an interview with you on Wednesday. Like, fuck. So I called yesterday, and they said, he's not here. So I'm like, what time is he at? They're like 7 a.m. So I'm going to show up there 7 a.m. and talk to him, and then go to the other one. But I'm going to tell me I'd rather work here with you guys because it's up the street from my house. Yeah. So hopefully, I mean, I know I'm going to get it. I'm confident that I will, especially right now they need people and all the experience that I have in that field. So,
like I've been looking and it's been tough. All the places they ask us for experiences, like I've been doing, the activities assistant, activities director, and for that they're requiring the vaccination, the vaccine. And there's other places for receptionists. I guess anything in the medical field, they're requiring it. So it's just been hard for me to find somewhere. I don't have, they're requiring at least 1 up to 2 years experience, depending on what it is, even for receptionists.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, and for some of them, they're even requiring for you to have like a bachelor's degree or something,
I mean, no knock on secretaries. That's fucking cool, That's good. Everyone's got to do a job, But come on, dude, you're requiring a fucking, a bachelor's?
Degree. Yeah.
Come on, dude. Like, if you have a degree and you're a fucking secretary, I'm sorry, man. You got to look somewhere else, It's fucked up because people get suckered into paying all that money. And then there's never work in that field.
Yeah.
That they really wanted, That's why I don't believe in the whole fucking schooling system and shit.
Like, I was just watching, like, something on social media. And this girl, she said that she went to college. She has a degree. I don't know. I forgot what she said and what. And like she said, like she applied to 40 places, and she, like, some of them say like, you need to have experience. And she said, well, how do you expect me to have experience if you're not willing to give me the opportunity to at least
develop that that fucking experience here or anywhere. In order for those people to have that experience, somebody must have given them the opportunity.
That's what happened to me.
You had never worked. You spent 15 years?
I think like almost
as a
15.
homemaker. And then once the kids got old enough, you went out there and they took a chance on you.
Yeah.
And that was cool. Thank God for places that do that. And then, I mean, either way, like right now, there's a big turnaround rate with people. Like people get hired and then they don't last, because they make more money just being at home, not doing shit. They're paying the money. They're used to it,
Yeah, or social media.
Social media. Too bad I can't make money on that shit. You gotta be young or like a little kid or some shit, No,
you just gotta show body. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I got the dad body, but no, yeah. They show their body and shit, and then once they can make more money, then they get their body done up even more and even more. But that shit's only gonna last so long because, like, we all saw, like, they fucking stopped the, social media, Facebook, Instagram. That shit was off the map. You couldn't use it for a whole fucking day.
I think it was like an experiment to see, and to, like, if you think about it, I think like they did that to see, because what a coincidence that now, like, the majority of the people, after the pandemic or during the pandemic, like a lot of people got into social media, and that's how they make their money now.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, think about it. Like, they were able to kind of stop all that, and that's how people were making their money. So imagine if they were to do that. I think that's why they're getting all these people into social media to depend on that and lose, like, not have like a second job to really rely like a
to fall
9
back
to 5.
on to back you up. Yeah, yeah.
So imagine if that happens.
But did you see that, or did you just think about it yourself?
No, I thought about it when it happened, because all these people are like, oh, like, yeah, I would, like, I was ready to come back and have content and all this stuff, but they couldn't because the internet wasn't working. So if you think about it, it's like, what are you gonna do if they do that?
Yeah, like they made us dependent on that shit, especially, since you couldn't work. Like, let's say if you weren't essential, right? So you're like, oh fuck, people that, like they say a lot of people made podcasts and shit. But there's even people that have been doing it for years that they're not making money, it's just for fun,
Yeah.
I guess people are like, fuck it, let me do a podcast, let me try doing TikToks and shit like that, like skits and all that. Fuck, sorry, I'm fucking. We just barbecue right now. So carne asada, and I'm gassy like a motherfucker, and the beer's not fucking helping. No. I know you always give me shit about that. Oh, you take some fucking deep breaths and you make those fucking dad noises. Shout out to churros y puros. These are the fucking. You guys know what I'm talking about. The fucking dad noises and shit. So yeah, that makes sense. So people always ask me, hey, so is your wife a conspiracy theorist? I'm not. I mean, we're not conspiracy theorists. We're just fucking truthers and shit, And people always want to know, is she the same way? And like, we don't even talk about like, oh, go look at this. Every once in a while, look, did you see this video? Yeah, but we find shit out on our own. Me, the downtime that I rarely have, I'll fucking look at some video, whatever. Someone will send me a video like, hey, did you see this? Canada's happening in Canada, or this is happening here. Or you'll be like, hey, did you see this one? Oh, shit. So, yeah, she I guess if you want to label her that, but we're not, like, crazy about it. Like, we don't go outside or whatever, you just live life,
Yeah.
But it's good to know all these things and look at different things that are happening and push it together. Like what you did. Like, oh, fuck. Yeah. They're making everybody rely on the internet. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense. Yeah. Once they pull the plug. Like, the way they're going to attack us is they're going to attack our energy. And that's how I post about that. Because, sometimes all of a sudden the fucking electricity's gone and shit like that. And people don't know what the fuck to do. There's a lot of outages with these winds, how they control the weather. So they make it windy, they make it rain.
Yeah,
they can make it whatever. They can even do earthquakes and shit. But, they're going to be like, oh, but it's going to be somebody fucking with the grid.
Yeah, like there is this girl on social media. She said, she said it was like sunny and it was like, I guess, kind of warm. And then she said within 3 hours, it was snowing. She's all, how? Yeah. It's like, it makes you think, but some people are really close-minded about it.
Yeah.
And don't want to see the reality of what, either that or they're just scared. They'd rather not know.
I think mainly is that they're scared because, like, imagine somebody has the power to control the fucking weather. That's scary for most people. That's why they don't want to believe it.
Yeah.
They don't want to believe it. They don't want to believe that, about the V word that everyone's getting. They don't want to believe that what's in there and what's going to happen and shit, because they're afraid, They don't want to believe about the 9/11 that happened because, like, if that's real, then fuck, they can do whatever the fuck they want to do. And yes, they can.
Yeah.
We're just like fucking, like I always say, we're just like insects, or like laboratory rats. They do whatever the fuck they want to do and nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then people allow it to happen. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the whole work thing it is crazy,
Yeah,
like,
it is.
Like, for me, I don't even know how much they're going to fucking pay me, but I'm going to be like, hey, dude, because I applied for, just for a regular fucking retail, and I also applied for a management, for supervisor also as well, part-time supervisor.
Yeah, because I think it even came up when I was looking up for jobs around here.
Yeah.
It came up for shift supervisor.
Yeah. So I applied for that. So I'm going to talk to the guy and say, look, dude, I've been a manager before. I've got like 20 years of fucking 22 years of customer service, 6 years here with pest control, and the rest has been all automotive,
Yeah.
So, and I've been a manager, so I know I've been a key carrier. So let's see, depending on, if it's only like $1 more to carry keys, like fuck that.
Yeah,
I don't want that fucking responsibility.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like you have to see, and I don't know why, like everywhere, like now they're putting like in bold letters, now hiring minors 16, like 16-year-olds, and I'm like, what the heck? So it's like all the posts that I've been looking, like it says like they're willing to pay you from 15 to like maybe 18 the most. And I'm like, what the heck?
But isn't 15 minimum wage?
I think so.
I think, and so to a little kid, like, 16, we're willing to pay 16-year-olds $15. Yeah. Fuck yeah. To a little kid, that's fucking balling.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I was working for $4.25 back in fucking 94 or 93,
Yeah.
And I thought that was a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, especially if you've been getting paid more than that. It's like...
Yeah, so I get it. You were getting paid a lot, way more than that. So you don't want to go backwards.
Yeah. But sometimes I guess.
Fuck, I hope not. But like for me, it's like fuck it. I don't want to do it for minimum wage, but fuck it. It'll only be a couple hours, So so it shouldn't be that bad. It's just gonna be a couple hours, and hopefully it's the one close to home. I can fucking walk there. It's not a big deal. I've done it before. I'm the man of the house. It don't fucking matter. It's not a big deal. It's all temporary, man. So I don't really worry about it right now. Okay, whatever. We're accountable, but what this does though to me is like it helps me to appreciate that when you were working, we were way fucking better off.
Yeah.
Like right now we're making it. I could afford it, but it is like paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
Like, which I'm not afraid to say because I say the truth in this fucking show. So I'm gonna tell you the lows and the highs and then the fucking in betweens.
Yeah.
Fuck it. That's what people...
It is what it is.
It is what it is. They gravitate to it. But at the same time, in a couple of episodes, you're going to hear me, she's working out, we're doing good and shit. But now I'm going to be really like budgeting. Because we've never budgeted. We're like, fuck it. We need the money. We need to buy this. Let's fucking buy it. You know what I mean? And luckily, we were able to save money when 2020 hit. When I was buying and selling guitars.
Yeah.
I stopped doing it. I should have kept doing it. That way... I could do it. It's easy.
I think you stopped because of the whole COVID thing. Like people weren't. I mean, they were buying, but a lot of people weren't. Yeah.
And then they don't want to meet with you and shit
because of COVID.
Or they want to lowball you.
Yeah.
So I stopped, but that shit was cool, man. Because I was like flipping guitars and just putting that money away, really strict on it, But I think now what I'm gonna do is grab money out of our when we get paid and put that shit away. Because we never do that.
Yeah.
Because, growing up when we were younger, we were never able to do that shit,
Yeah.
Because we weren't making, it was just me working, so we weren't making that much money. Just like how it is now. I'd be stupid to fucking put away money. Because how the fuck am I going to pay my rent and my bills,
Yeah.
And then we got hit with this motherfucker's $100 more
I know.
rent increase.
Yeah.
But, as opposed to other people, they pay for what we have and where we live. Our area is fucking badass. And this place sucks because it's old, but and it's kind of small. But fuck, like there's places where one bedroom is $1,700.
Yeah.
$1,800 and shit. So, we're in a good area. Like our kids ended up good. They're not fucking gang members and shit.
Yeah.
Not that that's a bad thing. It's just that depending on your surroundings, that's how you grow up.
Yeah.
But también, if you're smart enough, then you don't really immerse yourself fully into it like I did. I was like, fuck, I had all these examples all around me, so so that's cool that we had good kids, so we have a good area. Because a lot of people would tell me like, hey, how much you pay? I pay this much. Damn, that's a lot of money. I live over here in fucking what is Lincoln Heights, and I pay $100 for a 3-bedroom. Like, yeah, doggy, but you gotta worry about your car getting broken into. You gotta worry about something happening to your daughters and shit. Right? You don't gotta worry about shit around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everything's really close by. It's really calm. The cops are always cruising by. Well, where we live, it's pure Mexicans and shit. Maybe just one. I forget where the hell she's from, but everyone's Mexican. But surrounding us is like it's Asians and shit. It's all chinos and shit walking around. So all people. But the cops should patrol more right there. Because sometimes you see bombs right there hanging out in front of the old folks' home.
Yeah,
which is kind of fucked up. But like I was supposed to come back like in 2 months, and I think on January 8th we ended up going to do a barbecue. January 9th we want to go do a barbecue, and we recorded with my brother and stuff. People were surprised because they're like, oh shit, I thought you were gonna go. Yeah, I'm not gonna come back. I'm just doing it because it just happened. We're barbecuing, and I was like, fuck it, the kids wanted to go home, so I had you go home and pick up my gear real quick. The little, I condensed it smaller for before I had everything for 4 people in the big ass maleta. Now I got my hat briefcase, which doubles as a hat briefcase whenever we go to San Diego or whatever, and I want to wear my hats. I put the hats in there so they don't get fucked up. But I said, fuck it, I'm not gonna do any traveling anytime soon. So I ended up putting that 2 mics, 2 stands, and my recorder, and then you bought it. Cool, we did it. So we did a little update, and after that, there's a couple like supernatural occurrences that happen that I've never really experienced. I've seen kind of things out of the corner of my eye, and I really thought it was real, whatever. But let me see, what was it? Oh yeah, so I don't know if I said that on the other podcast, but the day of the funeral, which was on the 7th of January, my brother was kind of, he wasn't taking it too good, so he was heavily drinking vodka and shit, right?
Yeah.
And everyone handles it how they're gonna handle it, My mom was like, "Hey, stop him, he's gonna, he's drinking too much." And I was like, "You know what, Mom? Like, I can tell him, but it's up to him to do it, And,
yeah, he's gonna do whatever he wants anyway.
And I'm not gonna be mad at him if he's handling it that way. Everyone handles it however they can,
Yeah.
So then, like, my mom's like, "Hey, Jose, go outside. Está bien mal, So I went out there. And he was throwing up, right? So fuck it, let it out, throw it up, throw up. That way you feel better.
Yeah.
And he's throwing up, and then his ex came, and then I said, "Hey, you know what? He's bad. He's throwing up. Stay here and take care of him because I got to go in there. There's people in there. I got to go in there and talk to people." And so I went back in, and then as soon as I got in there, it was you that told me. Yeah, you told me, "Hey, tell him to hurry up because there's 2 candles and they were hanging by some chains, One was in front of his head, like to the side, and one was at his feet, on either side of the casket, right? And the one closest to his head was moving, right? It was swaying a lot, right?
Yeah.
Like heavily, right? Not just like if somebody walked over the second floor, but it was like swaying, right?
Because if somebody would have walked on top, the other one would at least move or something.
You're right.
But
Nomás
it
era
didn't. It was just that one.
So then my mom gets, I guess my cousin, he noticed it, and my cousin told my mom, "Hey, it's moving, So my mom gets up, and she grabs a candle. She's like, "Hey, rest in peace. We're right here. Jose's here. Liz is here. I'm here. We're taking care of him. Don't worry." So then she walked away from it, and it was still moving. Because after you told me that, I walked up to the casket, and I was able to see the candle was still swaying slowly, but it was swaying, right? It was swaying.
Yeah.
And I was looking at him, and I was, "Hey, I was thinking, like, hey, it's okay, don't worry." And then after that, he came in. So that was the first thing that happened. And I said, and when I went out there, I said, "Hey, dude, you got to hurry up. You got to fucking get better. Because he's here. His presence is here. And he's worried. And the candle's moving like crazy." I saw it myself, or else I wouldn't be telling you this shit. But I saw it. So that happened. And then it ended at 8 o'clock. Yeah, 8 o'clock. Or 8:30.
No, 8:30, yeah.
Because I asked the dude to give us extra time. Homeboy was cool, gave us extra time. And then you were hungry. You hadn't eaten anything all day.
Yeah. An apple.
An apple.
Just
and then
to hold me up.
Me, I barely ate anything either. I was trying to make sure my fucking clothes fit. So I was a little hungry. And I was drinking like rum chata and fucking Kahlua. I didn't go crazy. I was buzzed enough. I was able to drive. And they said, "Oh, let's go get some tacos." We went to the tacos and shit. And those tacos are kind of gassy. I don't know, whatever. Probably because the salsa and the guacamole,
Yeah, because
I don't think they marinated. Those foods just put salt on it, I think.
I thought you said you got the red ones.
Oh, I probably got the red ones. That's why. Yeah.
I got the red ones.
Yeah, adobada. That's probably what it was.
Yeah.
So then we came home right away after, huh? Like, we're here like at 9:30 maybe. And, we're up for a while, and we laid down. And then around 3 o'clock, I got up because I was like, my food was like coming up my esophagus, how it usually does when I eat like a fat ass and I pig out, And usually the easy fix that I do is I just grab a little puño of carbonato, which is baking soda, and I put that in the middle of my palm of my hand, and I fucking throw it in my mouth, and then I just fucking drink water or squirt. Usually like fizzy soda.
Yeah.
And right away, boom, you start burping and you start farting and shit, right?
Yeah.
And then se baja la comida and I can go to sleep. But sometimes I'm too fucking lazy to get up, right? So what I'll do is I'll put a gang of my fucking dirty ass pillows in a fucking up, like see it against the wall and shit. And I'll fucking sit up, right? And then con el tiempo, it'll go down, right? But then I'll be like, because it feels real comfortable to lay on my right side.
Yeah.
But as soon as I do that, that shit shoots up. And then you told me why. You showed me a drawing of why that happens, because how our stomach is shaped. That little, it's just like those pipes in the on the fucking sinks, those catch pipes that looks like a U. That's how ours is shaped. So when you turn your right, se te sale todo.
Yeah.
So I was doing that. Sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night like, and then my Cherry, our daughter, said she heard me doing that shit. So I wonder what else she's heard before. But she fucking she heard that, right? And then you wake up too all scared and shaking like, right?
Yeah.
But lately that hasn't happened, right? But so yeah, I sat up, right, and then I want to go use the restroom, and then so at around 3:00, I want to go use the restroom. I went back, and then all of a sudden I had to wake up again, but it was 4 in the morning, right? So I sat up again, and I just sat there in the darkness because our room is really, really dark. We got some dark ass fucking thick
darkening like a curtain.
Curtains, right? And I'm sitting up and I'm just looking at the darkness. So I'm not thinking about anything. I'm just looking at the darkness. And all of a sudden I start seeing like on either eye, I se cuenta like some binoculars, right? But like just the bottom portion half, like a moon shape, like C shapes, right? On either side, but like diagonally, like at the one on my left eye was at the, what is that, 7 o'clock, and the other one was like 5 o'clock on either side. I see, and they're moving towards me like rays of 2 C's with rays of sun, like sun rays, and they're moving towards me, but they're also going diagonally up. And I close my eyes. And I could still see him. I opened them, I could still see him. I looked to the right, I could still see him. And I'm like, oh shit, so I just left them open. And those rays kept coming at me. And then they started changing, like kind of a greenish, yellow-green, right? And then a little bit of blue, and then like a whitish kind of blue, like fluorescent. And then all of a sudden I felt like something touching my left forearm, right? And I thought maybe it was a bag or something, right? So I gently like kind of touched to see what it was, if it was a bag or something, you know. I thought maybe it's a bug or something. Like, we don't have any fucking bugs, you know. I kept looking, and then I kept seeing the same thing, and then I kept feeling the touch, right? And all of a sudden, I did it all quick, and I kind of tried to slap it for whatever it was, and then it went away, because I probably, you know. I came out of that believing that it was my dad, because it was the night of the funeral, you know. So I saw that, and then we barbecued. I don't know if I told Charlie about it. We barbecued, right? And then the night of the barbecue, which was on the Sunday, 7, 8, it was the 9th. We barbecued. We're bumping his music that he used to bump, you know, the whole playlist. We were there for like 6 hours, bumping. And we recorded an episode. We were there, and then that night, same thing. I ate a gang of tacos and you know, merte de carne and shit like a perro, and he had guacamole too. Same thing happened around 3 o'clock. Me levanté again, and then again at 4. But this time at 4, I was seeing the same rays again. The same rays. You know, in total darkness, same rays coming at me. I'm not afraid. I'm not thinking about anything. They're coming at me. And all of a sudden, the rays disappear. And I see like an aura. Like something like floating. But it's floating diagonally from my left side, 7 o'clock, going upwards to like 1 o'clock, floating, right? And again, I close my eyes, I open them, I still see it. I look to the right, I still see it. And it just keeps floating. And it was like golden on the outside layer, but shiny. And then again, like a neon green. And then like light blue to purple, kind of fluorescent. Right? And it was kind of like the shape of a jelly bean. And then it had a head, but it was floating like an aura. And I knew it was him again. You know, I didn't feel a touch or anything, but I felt the energy, you know. And I've been doing a lot of like research on like on books, you know, like, and like I was saying, like, you know, people might think that all of a sudden that I'm all into this, you know. But I've always been interested in death. I always talk about it and shit. What I want to do, what I want done with me, and what happens and all that. But now I've been downloading books because I have that what is it called, Audible. And with Audible, I've had that shit for years, and they charge you every month, right? And I had a gang of fucking books in there, like 12 that I could use, but I didn't use them. And so I said, you know what? Let me download all these books. I'm interested in this topic, and I just kept downloading a bunch of books on like they're called NDE, near death experiences, and the other one was OBE, out of body experiences. Yeah. And I've been doing a lot of research on that stuff, and I've been listening to them while I'm driving. So as I'm driving, I listen to books, like various books. I already finished one, and a lot of them are kind of short. You're reading
or you're listening?
I listen. That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said you were reading.
Yeah, a lot of people say they read them and shit. I'd say the truth. I listen to them. They're Audible, you know?
Yeah.
And so I used up, I had 12, and now I'm down to like 5. And I used it up. And the last one I bought was a 32 just scrapbook. It's pretty good, but so I've been listening, and like they all kind of say the same thing, you know, that they don't really talk about the tunnel, but they just say that, let's say they're having surgery, and all of a sudden, like there's cardiac arrest, so boom, they flatline, and all of a sudden they come out of their body. So like in essence, like you don't die. Your shell dies, but your soul, because you are, like I said last time, like it's really cool, it stuck to me how people say, oh, you have a soul. Like, no, you are a soul in a body. You don't have a soul, you are a soul. So you go up, you see what they're doing, they're working on you and all that, and then these people say that they experience like total love, like unconditional love, the most love you could feel, right? And you're not worried about nothing. Sometimes you'll see like loved ones that passed on, or even like, let's say, kids that they might have lost that were little. They kind of see them a little bit grown, you know, and you know who it is. You know who it is, you know, or grandparents or someone, and they come and they talk to you. And when it's not, well, all of them, of course, since they've be able to speak about what happened, they came back, right? And when they come back, they're upset. They're like, oh, you have to come back. You're not ready. No, but I want to stay here. Please, no, you can't. And all of a sudden, boom, they go back into the body. And a lot of them, even though they were like, some had like terminal cancer, like a bunch of diseases that were terminal, when they come back into their body mysteriously starts to heal itself, and they have like a second chance. And then these people, they come back with like heightened sensitivity of like different things. They can see things. They know how someone's feeling a certain way, or they can see certain things and know certain things, and they'll start telling people. And like, I forgot what it was, but I believe it was like 9 out of 10 people who come back from that, their spouse get a divorce. Because because of how heightened their senses are, and because every person that they see, like, hey, I got a message for you, and I guess they get tired of it because they no longer become important. They feel like that. For me, I would fucking want to stay with them even more because I felt the loss that they died, and they could have died, and now they're back. Yeah. But everyone's different, you know. They're probably more selfish. There's one with a kid where he's a doctor now, but he was a little kid. He was like 4 years old. And he's got like a plastic telephone, and he's chewing on the telephone. And all of a sudden, one of the pieces gets lodged in the windpipe, and he's choking. He's right there by himself. He hits the floor, and he's fucking convulsing and shit, right? And all of a sudden, he comes out of his body, and he says he's floating above, and he's seeing himself down there struggling and convulsing and throwing up and shit, right? And that he comes up, and that he's like, feels like total love and stuff, right? And he's real happy. He's carefree. And then all of a sudden he says that he saw himself down there, like spit out the plastic. And then all of a sudden he was vacuumed into his body back in, right? And he said he was so fucking mad because he wanted to be dead, because he liked it. He wanted to be out of body, out of the carnal, right? Flesh. And he said that his mom came into the room, and he had fucking throw up. He had all kinds of shit, but he didn't tell her about it. He didn't speak about it till later. He's a doctor. But yeah, he ended up being a doctor. A lot of stories I hear like that, where they say like, or some people, they come out of the body and they keep traveling throughout the hospital, and they see different things. Oh yeah, I saw this and that's that. And then they tell the people, and they believe him because, oh shit, how the fuck did he know that if he wasn't there?
Yeah.
Or, for example, there's a man, he had dentures, right? And then they took off his dentures because they put a windpipe, the thing to save him, right?
Yeah.
So they got his dentures and they stuck him in something called like a crash cart or something like that in the little drawer at the bottom. So he came out of body. And then he saw the same thing. He saw they were working on him, and the doctor was upset. Oh, we're fucking losing him. He was like cussing, and right. And then all of a sudden, he came back. Boom. And he goes, yeah, you were mad. You were upset because you were losing me and you were cussing. He's like, how would you know that? And then they couldn't find his dentures. And he goes, oh, they're in that fucking crash cart. And how the fuck did he know if he was dead?
Yeah.
He flatlined. So what I'm seeing too, based on this research I've been doing, is that when you're dying, I guess your soul is not going to endure all that pain. It leaves in order to not endure that pain that's happening while they're trying to resuscitate you or while you're dying. You come out because the kid, he was dying and he came out of his body and his body was still functioning and feeling. And they're saying that consciousness is not just your brain. We think it's the brain because that's how little we know about it, right? But how can you have consciousness when it's just your soul that comes out? There's no brain in the soul. But because the soul controls everything. Because a lot of things are inexplicable. Like your heart keeps working like it just keeps going hasta que se acaba. So it's like, man, I've just been like looking into that. It doesn't scare me. Like everyone knows I'm not scared, but it's just like, it's fascinating to know more about it, And the more that I know about it, I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not scared. I'm not less scared. It's just it reassures me more, like, about death. Like, fuck it, when it happens, but because you don't die. You just like, you continue living. So after that, I started looking at YouTube and I looked up YouTube, and I think since I was looking up, near-death experiences, out-of-body experiences, salió some white boy. He has a device, which is like it picks up static noise and you can hear voices like from beyond, the other dimensions, right? And he's not doing any seances or nothing. He just turns it on, right? So and then he has, it looks like a vintage amplifier, like a Fender old, those ones that are wrapped in vinyl, that it's like a fucking like off-white with the speaker in the middle, those old school ones, right? Like a Blues Junior kind of. And he has like 2 guitar pedals on it. And one of them is distortion and one of them is reverb. Reverb is the one that makes it sound like you're in a cave, Yeah. And so but before that, I just saw that, oh shit, this is probably specially for that, I thought that's what it was, And in the front grill, le puso un montón de focos, like the ones that you gave me to put on. So when I'm at nighttime, it's a bunch of little foquitos and they change like green, blue, and shit, purple. And behind it, he has like 2 like purple lights. He has it in the corner. And I don't know what it was, but now I know what the setup is. What the setup is that little device, and he has it amplified through the amplifier. I would be able to do that shit, make my own box,
Yeah.
But he has that, right? So, and then what he does is that fool communicates with, like, I guess, like spirits, like, that have, like, passed on, pero son como, like, rappers and shit, or, like, River Phoenix, el hermano de Joaquin Phoenix, and, like, the rapper that just got stabbed in the neck, and fools like that, and Kurt Cobain también. And so he has that, and on top of the amp, tiene como like a bar, and the bar, like when you're tuning something, and how like it kind of moves,
goes up and down. Yeah.
So cuando hablas, se mira his voice, and then the voice of the spirit. So he says that he has a spirit guide, and the spirit guide goes to go get the person that he wants to talk to, right? So then the people talk, and it sounds like them. It sounds like them. He's like, you know what? My shit's not, who knows if it's them, but they're coming through as this person, whatever. So then he puts them on, and they're talking.
I remember it was said that people saw you walking around the bar, including your family, but nobody thought anything of it because they didn't know that you had taken drugs at the time.
Yeah, I didn't ask. Said I would feel alive, man. Just took it.
You took a particular combination of drugs that night, which I believe is called a speedball. Did you know what was in your drink, River?
I thought it was just alcohol. I started feeling shaky. I got up to go walk.
It seems.
And he shows some guy that's he's actually fake. The other guy, because the other guy, he acted like he was talking to somebody, but this fool was able to find the audio that is coming through from some ASMR videos.
Oh, okay.
So he debunked that fool. Like, he's fake. Look, this is a specific video that he's using. So I was watching those, right, and then he goes, "Hey, find out how I get this clear sound or whatever." And he talks about the distortion, not to put too much distortion, and the reverb, whatever, you know. And then he goes, "Look, you can use this app to talk to other dimension, right?" So I want to go look at it on iTunes, but it had a pentagram. I was like, "Fuck that! I'm not downloading that shit." You know, it has a pentagram and it's $10. Like, fuck that shit. Just with the pentagram alone, it's like, fuck that. It's not good. So I kept looking at other ones, and I found one because in my voice box, and I got that one, and it's free for only a couple of megabytes that you use it, right? So I turned it on, and I'm driving, and as I'm driving on the freeway, I keep hearing a bunch of different voices as I'm driving, because these are spirits that are there as I'm passing by, and I'm hearing them, but like whatever, you know, a bunch of words here and there, women, female. But the ones that are deeper, those are low vibrational ones, so those are like evil ones, right? So the higher or the normal sounding, the better. But the ones that's like bad. So I'm driving, and all of a sudden I'm on the 210. And I'm about to hop on the fucking 605. 605 south. I'm on the 210 east. So I'm about to hop on. I'm probably like a quarter mile away. And so I hear all those different things, right? All of a sudden it got quiet. And then I hear my dad, dude. He's like, "Jose," how he would do it. And I just fucking froze, you know? I just froze. I don't know what to do, but what I was supposed to do was like, "Oh yeah, I'm here. Is that you, Dad?" But I just froze, you know, and I turned it off, you know. I didn't get scared. I was like, "Oh, what do I do?" And I just turned it off, you know. And then, so I kept driving, whatever. And then I kept turning it on like every so often, and nothing, you know. And then, that was on a Thursday. And then on a Friday, my brother wanted me to go, to move my XB, because I have my XB at my mom's house, right? So I'm blocking like the little, in the carport, there's a little, what would you call it? Like a storage? Little storage, right? Like two big ass wooden doors and shit. And my car's back almost like fucking inches away from that shit, you know? But I can also say so I don't break into it. There's nothing in that shit, but just, you know. And so they can't fuck with my car either. So I move the car forward, and my brother puts his stuff away, whatever. I back it up. I think you're talking to my mom, and while you guys are doing that, I'm like, hey dude, let's go. Because my brother got the ashes. We picked them up. Like maybe that Monday, we went and picked them up. And so we got him, and he has him like in a corner. And I go, "Hey dude, this is what happened. I heard him. He talked to me." And he believed me, you know, because I wouldn't lie about that stuff, you know. So he believed me. I said, "Look, dude, I got this app right here. And with this app, I can hear, you know. And I'm not conjuring anything. I'm just turned it on, right?" So I turned it on, and it didn't want to work because I had already used it too many times, right? He says, "Oh, if you want to use it, you got to pay $3 a month," right? So just to show him I was going to do it. So I got it. Boom, I paid for it. But he got his. Usually on Android, they don't charge you for apps. iTunes says they're free, but then they charge you to use them.
Yeah.
So we both have it on. I'm next to the ashes, and he's to the cremains, and he's about maybe 4 feet away from me sitting on the couch, right? And he's looking at me. I just set it down there, and he's asking, "Dad, are you here? Dad, are you here?" And we were hearing a bunch of other voices, other people, right? Coming through, and people that have been there before. And, you know, so he's doing it, and out of sudden, out of his, he's like, "Charlie," exactly how he would do it. He's like, "Oh, fuck, that was him." Yeah, that was him, dude. That was him. I'm like, "Yeah, see, like, that's what I heard, but I heard my name." And he kept trying to talk to him, but it wouldn't work, you know, but he kept trying to talk to him. "Hey, are you here? Are you here?" I said, "You know what? Don't tell Mom about it, because I know she's going to trip or not, you know." I haven't even told Liz about it. I mean, we're not conjuring nothing. We're just playing this. Si se oye algo. So then I left, and then he said at nighttime he tried doing like a 10, but it wouldn't work. I don't know. I don't know if I have to be there, because I'm like kind of more open to all that. Not open to the bad stuff, but like to spiritual stuff. Like I believe in God, and I believe in, you know, and like I've been
I mean, I don't.
It's another dimension, though.
Yeah, but I don't.
At the same time, like, damn, if we keep fucking with that, we're not gonna let him rest.
Like, I don't know.
At the same time, it could be demons tricking you.
Yeah, that's
but the voice was a voice.
Well,
it was
of
him,
course.
dude.
Like, I mean, they're able to shapeshift. They're able to turn themselves into anything.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, especially I think because they feel you know, especially people that are like suffering, going through a loss.
They know that they can attack you and stuff.
Yeah.
But the stuff that I experienced here, that was him.
No,
you know? And it was like a couple days
without
after, without me even trying to look anything up. Yeah. So I don't know. But I mean, I haven't done it lately, and I don't think he has, or else he would have told me. And I want him to rest in peace. So you know, it'd be better not to even you know mess with that anymore. You know, but it was you know, he got to hear him and stuff. You know, and I heard him. And
yeah, because I've like, you know, like you said, I felt like even way before, like I would always feel like, you know, that tingling, like somebody touching you, but like very soft, like you feel your hairs being touched, like of your arms.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
told me that before. Yeah,
like I've always felt that, and lately I've been feeling it, but like, I don't know if it's who it is.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes like I don't think of my family.
Yeah.
I think more of my residents.
Oh,
like
okay.
maybe somebody, you know, because I haven't gone. I promised them that I was going to go back and see them, and I haven't gone. It's been months, and I haven't.
Tell everybody where your residents are.
My residents are that are. I used to work at a skilled nursing facility, and it's residents whether be really young up to really old, and that's like their place where they need physical therapy, or that's their home because they're not able to take care of them, whether they got a stroke, they fell down and broke like their hip or their leg, and that's. I call them
so
my
pretty
peeps.
much like patients, but they're not patients because they're residents, because they reside there, they live there.
Yeah,
that's what it's called, a resident.
Yeah, right? We're not able to call them patients.
I'd be like, what the fuck is? I still wouldn't get it if I was dumb, or if I didn't know. If I don't know what it was, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anybody's dumb, but we explained it. But you know, you mentioned the word stroke. And I'm I can be very susceptible to that shit, you know. And my homeboy, fucking Curly, that's what he died of, you know. And I've been looking into that shit a little more, like, and I got I downloaded the books, the Three Stooges scrapbook, and they go over all their lives, right? They already talk about the main ones that I give a fuck about. I don't give a fuck about the other fools, you know. Like the fools, the other two fools, you know. I don't care about them. But yeah, they talk about Curly. And like he died young, and he died at 48. And you know, I got like a similar build and shit too, you know. And he was fucking, because he'd just be drinking beer like crazy and eating fucking like whatever the fuck he wanted. That's why he died so young. Womanizer. That's not me, but that's how that fool was, you know. He got married 4 times, but they said that the last girl that married him, she really loved him because lo estaba cuidando. She was taking care of him and shit, you know. And I think he had a baby with her. He was taking care. She would take care of him and stuff. But yeah, I think about, damn, like, you know, like, because this fool looked healthy and shit. And he was able to move like I move and the same shit, you know. And he was young, like, fuck, same shit. You know, and I think for me, instead of having a stroke and being disabled, I'd rather fucking be dead, you know. Because you're not going to be able to fucking take care of me. Yeah. You know, and then he ended up in a fucking nursing home, dude. Like, fuck that, man. Yeah, fuck. But lately I've been going crazy. I've been eating whatever the fuck I wanted.
Tell me about it.
But like maybe like a month and a half ago, I was doing good, really good. You know, I lost fucking 15 pounds. I gotta weigh myself again tomorrow morning after I take a shit. That shit only knocks off like 3 or 4 ounces. It doesn't really knock out too much, you know. Yeah. But tomorrow, I'm gonna do that.
We probably have to do like a stomach cleanse. Yeah. Remember you did it? Holy moly.
Yeah. Yeah, that. But I think if we do them with the olive oil and the other stuff, that's too crazy. But no, I was buying I used to take some pills, not those Herbalife. That shit did work, but you threw them away because I could have died and people were dying with that shit, right? But I got them for free. Someone let me have them, and that shit was working. That was back in 2000. But there's one that I bought from GNC, and it's colon cleansing. You drink that shit. I was drinking like 1 in the morning for lunch and like for dinner. And that thing makes your shit like crazy. And then you look at the shit and it looks like the shape of your guts. You know, your guts have like crevices and nooks and crannies.
It looks like bubbles,
like,
right?
And bubbles. There was bubbles in there. Like, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
John Wayne had I don't know how many fucking pounds, like 50 pounds of shit in his stomach. Yeah. It's all compacted in there. It says that, that's why you look bloated and shit.
Yeah, that's why anything
not you
eat,
that's why I look bloated.
No, I've been bloated. Like anything that I've been eating lately, I have to go. Like within from half an hour to an hour.
Yeah, we probably gotta do a fucking cleaning or some shit.
Yeah.
And get all that shit out of there. Because somebody just by doing that. When I was doing that, I was starting to lose a lot of weight. There's some hater ass fool that used to work there at the dealership. He was like, "Hey, pretty much, you know, you're gonna be shitting and you're not gonna know how you shit. Like, come on, dog. I'm not doing nothing on my fucking thing. And just what I'm eating in. It's like high fiber. It just scrubs everything out of your guts and they clean out.
Yeah, because they say that if you end up cleansing your colon, that any vitamins, anything, your body's able to absorb
them, right? Yeah. Because when they're all dirty and shit, you don't absorb them.
It doesn't really, because there's so much stuff in your intestines that you're not able to absorb them.
Like gunk. Gunk and shit, huh?
Yeah.
Damn, you while I was barbecuing, you seen the fucking game, huh?
Yeah, I was watching
it. Shit was good?
Yeah, it was.
I don't like the fucking Niners at all.
I was going for the Rams, but then I was like, a coworker that I used to work with, she was a Niners fan. Oh. So I was like, oh no, she's gonna win. But I was going for the Rams.
You didn't like this coworker, or you?
No, I did. Oh, okay. Yeah, she was super cool with me. Yeah, and she still calls me like, hey, like don't forget, like she used to say, like when I was by myself, because I was by myself, like 6 months, like a director by myself, no assistant, no nothing, just me by myself. And she would like, hey, you want to go on our dates? We would call it Monday Starbucks day. Like she would either get food and Starbucks, and then the following Monday I would do it. We would like take turns,
Yeah, switch up.
Yeah.
Some people will just let you keep fucking doing it, and they won't fucking. That happened to you, right?
That's happened to me.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah. I guess that's like it's a cultural thing.
It could be.
Because we know that, hey, you gotta, tú disparas y luego me toca a mí,
Yeah.
And some people don't know that shit,
Yeah, but it's happened,
Yeah, multiple times.
Yeah.
Even the Haitian lady told you, hey, like, what the fuck? Like,
en la cara de mensa.
He's not buying Yeah, for me, I don't like the fucking Niners because we would always play them when I was a kid, always. And whoever won that game was going to win the Super Bowl. I don't like them. And also, I know a couple of fools that are fans and they're like bisexual or like in the closet. You could tell they're gay fools. Yeah. And there's one fool that likes the Rams, and I think that fool's like también otro bisexual type of fool. But I was kind of going for the Rams more because the homies like that shit, other podcasters that are in the Rams fans and shit. And we live here, fuck it, like my team didn't make it, so fuck it. At least the Rams, they, and then Indiana's dad's a Rams fan, so hopefully they take it and shit. I'd rather them win it,
Yeah.
Who's the other fucking team going to be? The
Cleveland.
Bengals? No, not Cleveland.
Oh, Cincinnati
the Browns.
Bengals.
Even the Cincinnati Bengals. Spike is a C, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna. It's gonna be. I think the Rams are gonna fuck them up, dude.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Easy, man. It's gonna be. It's not even gonna be. I'm probably not gonna watch it because I didn't watch this shit. I was like, we're out in the streets.
Yeah.
And let me go buy some carne asada real quick while the game was on. Once my team was out, I was like, what? I mean, I'm a football fan, but like, fuck it. I'd rather just make some food real quick and then get ready to podcast some shit after. But yeah, I think the Rams, they're gonna
take it.
They're gonna take it, and then next weekend, hopefully, I'm not fucking working on a Saturday because I'm probably gonna be working on Saturdays and shit. But va a pelear Leo Santa Cruz. That's gonna be a badass fucking fight, and Josecito Lopez is gonna fight.
The good thing is that people now, like, let's say you don't have like what's it called, the thing to like HBO or something like that. A lot of people stream it on TikTok now.
Oh yeah, TikTok or Facebook and shit. They put it on there. Yeah, but if it's my first week, I can't be doing that shit. Hey, how was that fool? Nah, motherfucker was on his phone the whole fucking time. That motherfucker was like a fucking millennial and shit. How old is that motherfucker? He looks like he's 50. He's 40, dog. He's 42. Like, nah, man, this fool's like a little kid, dog. We don't need this motherfucker right here. And he's supposed to be the fucking manager. Like, fuck. That's the only thing that sucks, like when you're a manager, your key carrier, you gotta count all the fucking money and shit, And I'm not gonna do it for just a dollar more. So I'm not telling straight out, like, look, dog, like, I could be a manager, but it's gonna be for a couple more bucks.
Yeah.
Make it worth it. Make it worth it. At least give me $20 an hour and shit, Because I'm gonna try to work at least 5 hours and shit. What's fucked up is like my job, my schedule's all fucked up, with the stupid system now. I'm about to sit down and be like, hey, dude, let's organize this shit because I need to be out of here by 4. I need to be.
What do you think they're going to do? Like,
my job?
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know, dude. Like, they're going to keep doing it because we just bought out some other company and shit, and which I can't say one name, but they're, and whatever the fuck they want to do, they're going to want to do it. It's getting crazy, man. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do, but I mean, like, they just sacan otra cosa, training, you gotta do this, and you gotta do this, and you gotta sound, you gotta do all this shit. And like, fuck. Like, it's getting
too demanding.
And then, come on, like, we can't get raises either. Yeah. So you want to raise? Oh, here's some more work, dog. Yeah, it's true. You'll get more money. But now that they give you like some $30 jobs and shit, But that's the only thing that sucks. Like, they don't give you raises. They just give you more work, which I'll do more work, but it's like cheap ass work. Like, not even worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's like, okay, I'm going to pay you. Like, you're doing a job for like minimum wage.
Like, probably less.
Maybe less, you know,
Yeah.
because we get paid a percentage or whatever the fuck we do. So yeah, like in a $30 job, 20%, that's nothing, dude. But I mean, we do those jobs like quick too, you know, like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, but still like, and you know your worth, you know. And I know I'm a good worker, but everyone's just sticking it out. But a lot of fools are leaving, though. A lot of fools are leaving, so
Yeah.
A lot of times we're hiring and shit, but it's kind of hard because, like, if I say, "Oh, get this fool," y vale madre, I'm gonna look bad. You know, that's the only thing is, you know, I don't want to put my name behind this motherfucker and sponsor him. Y luego I'm gonna look bad because anybody that I hire, anybody that I fucking recommend, they'll get hired on the spot. You know, they always ask me, "Hey, you got any friends? You got any cousins?"
Because they think or they expect that they're gonna work the same.
Nah, fuck
right?
no. There's only one me. Motherfuckers ain't gonna work the same. Fuck no. You can't teach that. That's just inside you. The hustle to want to work.
Yeah.
You can't teach anybody. Even if motherfuckers are fucking hurting and they're about to be home, they're about to lose their home, they'll lose it, you know, and they'll be in the street. That's why there's motherfuckers in the streets, because even though they got those circumstances, they don't step it up. And you know, what else do I got to do, or what the fuck do I got to sell, what the fuck else can I work at, you know? And for me, I do whatever the fuck I got to do except gay shit, you know. Clean that. I'm the truth. Clean the restroom. Do whatever the fuck I got to do. If I say I do whatever the fuck I got to do, it's like, oh really? You know?
And we calling you.
Fuck that, you know? No, I don't get no fucking gay DMs. Fuck that. I wouldn't even talk about that shit if I did.
Oh my.
But yeah, like that worker that I told you that we used to work with, like, hey fool, you're just mad because you don't get gay fools hanging up. Nah, dog, I'm fucking happy. He's like, yeah, cause you're ugly. Hey, dog, I'm happy, dog. Don't look at me, motherfucker. I'm ugly. I'll fuck you up, dog. You know, you're happy that motherfuckers are hitting on you. You shouldn't even be telling nobody, homeboy.
Yeah.
That's, you know, but
that's a red flag right
that's
there.
That's a red flag, but he was proud of that shit. Like, come on, doggy, dog. He's always because you're ugly. Yeah, that's right, homie, because I look like a motherfucking man, homie. I don't look like a maricon like you, dog. Iffy. Yeah, but that fool, we're cool, but that fool heard the episodes and shit with him on it. And he didn't tell me shit about, oh, I know he's talking about me. You know, hey, dog, it is what it is, dog. He saw me, no me dijo nada, but, you know, even though we would talk shit to each other, we respected it ourselves. We would talk a lot of shit, but we had fucking respect. Yeah. The music you've listened to, you got that from like working with the old people?
Yeah, like when I started working there, oh my, like so much music, like old school music, like, you know, Patsy Cline, like all kinds of like Billie Holiday, let me see, Peggy Lee, Doris Day, like all kinds of stuff that I like. You know, we grew up with our Mexican music, you know, oldies, rap, stuff like that. But like, you know, I didn't have like some until I started working there.
Yeah.
You know, different generations, of course.
I know. Do they like, usually that shit like big band and shit too?
Yeah.
Big band,
they
swing?
like that swing. Jazz, like 50s, you know, and you have your it's crazy because you have like your more conservative kind of people, and then you have like
rebels and shit, rock and rollers.
Yeah, and like they're like they speak up their mind, they don't care, you know, like I don't know if I can say her name, probably not, but yeah, she would just say, you know, rest in peace, like she would just say, and she would always say like, take care of your doo-doo, meaning down there. Yeah. You know,
she would say that shit?
She would always.
Even though she was old?
She was old, and then she's all like one time I was wearing like this dress. It was a black dress with birds. She's like, oh no, you shouldn't be wearing that dress. And I'm like, why? And then she's all like, because that's your birdie. I'm like, what? And I didn't know. I'm like, well, what does that mean? She's like, Elizabeth, come on. I'm like, I don't know what it means.
Yeah, that's like her slang, their slang and shit.
Yeah, so she's all like, don't wear that dress. I don't like you with that dress. And then I would always wear either like dresses, but I would always wear leggings underneath because, you know, like just to be respectful. I don't want to be, if I go in dresses, I don't want to be showing, you know.
Yeah.
And they would always like, they would like be so excited to see what I'm going to wear the next day.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
cool,
and they're
man.
like, and yeah, it was so much fun. Like I miss working in a place like that.
Working in a place like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I mean, if you say miss working, like you'll miss a lot of fucking places. Like you won't miss a lot of fucking places that suck, you know.
Yeah.
But you actually were doing what you loved, you know.
I do.
Which is like taking care of people, being nice to people and shit.
I enjoyed it.
And then that's why, like, no matter who the fuck they put on there, you set a fucking high bar, you know, like you know what I mean? They can put 2-3 people, it don't fucking matter, you know, like.
They still keep, they email the families, they email me, they text me, they call me, hey, Elizabeth, this and that, we miss you. The residents keep asking for you. Yeah. You know, and like it sucks that, you know, because of, you know, not having a vaccine, you know, I can't go back.
Yeah, it's fucked up,
you know? It sucks. It's like, you know, it's been hard.
You know what's fucked up, though? That even if you get it, you can still fucking give it to them and contract them. What's happening there right now? Motherfuckers, that shit spread.
And the more, like, everybody that's there is vaccinated.
And they're all fucking afraid. All the ones that were afraid were the ones that were catching it before there was a vaccine. Yeah. They were, remember, you said they were putting fucking tampons, and not tampons, but pads. Those pads. They were putting pads. Pads, and then a máscara?
A máscara, and, like, it was their own máscara.
After they use a pad or what?
Ew. Gross. No.
So a sticker?
That's nasty. That's nasty. No, they would use, because in the beginning we weren't allowed to use it because of the FDA and the CDC. Yeah, we weren't able to use masks because for the residents. Like,
oh shit! So they don't get scared.
Yes, because they weren't able to recognize us. Yeah. Once they saw supposedly the severity of it. Yeah. Then we were covered like from head to toe.
Fuck. You had a fucking those shields on.
Yeah, we had everything.
Shield,
we had like
N95.
We had N95, face shield, hair thing.
Hair nets and shit.
Hairnet, like a
those
gown.
Shower caps, huh?
Yeah, like a shower cap, a gown, and booties for your shoes.
How did you find out they were wearing pads in their fucking face?
Because they said it.
They were that afraid, huh?
They were that afraid. And the funny thing is that they were the first ones that got it.
They got it, yeah. The ones that were more afraid of it and shit. Yeah.
Thank God I got out of there without, you know,
getting it. It took me like 2 fucking years to supposedly get it, you know? Yeah. 2 fucking years. I didn't get sick.
I think it's just our body.
Yeah, it was time. It was already time for me to get it because I got sick 2 years right before I started. And it was this time for my body to fucking purge. And también you know, how I'm not eating the fucking greatest and shit. I mean, whatever the fuck I want. So yeah, my immune system is not fucking, it's not strong. But we're speaking of music and how you learn music there. I remember when you were working at the one here by the house, that when you took that little MP3 player, like what happened, like with the result, you know, how they reacted and stuff, you know, like how the ones that were like, you know.
Oh yeah, oh my. Here when I was, before I used to work in Duarte, now, and my first place was here in Alhambra, like a couple blocks away from home. And a lot of the residents, you know, the majority were Asian, and then we had a couple Hispanics, a couple blacks, some white, and sometimes they would be like just like staring into nothing. And then as soon as I would put the music for them, like you could see their face light up and their eyes, like they look like a completely different person. Fuck. And right there, I was able to see how music, it took them back to the time they were living, you know? Yeah. And they also remember the music. Like you try to talk to them, like they're like kids, you know, going like if they're going backwards, you know, like as you get older. And they would say a couple words here and there, but then they would start singing the songs. And I was like, what the heck?
The songs they heard like fucking decades ago.
And like probably when they were younger in the good years.
And they'll try to dance and shit a little bit. Try to
they
move
would
their
dance
hands.
And everything. That you could see like the happiness in their eyes, and you know.
Yeah, the music's so powerful.
It
man.
is.
That's why, fuck, I'm so into it. But just like that commercial, you know, there's that commercial where like the dude and the chick are dancing. It looks like they're like in the 40s and shit. And they're dancing. The dude looks kind of Asian, I think, and the ladies.
No, I think they're African American.
Yeah, but they look kind of Asian, like they're mixed with Asian or Native American. No se miran full black, but they're dancing, right? And it shows them where they're young and shit.
Like in their high school prom.
What song is that? I only have eyes for you, right? And then they show them when they're old people and they're dancing the song, and all of a sudden la canción se acaba, and he goes, Alexa, replay that song, and the fucking song starts, because the song stops, and she looks at him like, who the fuck are you, dog? You're like, what the fuck, like, you know, who are you? And then he tells Alexa to throw the song on. He turns the fucking song back on, and the song starts playing, and she gets all fucking happy, and they start dancing,
and
like,
she just looks at like into his eyes,
and remembers like, fuck that. So that reminded me of the story you told me about the music, and how you were using music to like help people like make them feel better and at least feel alive and shit and bring them back to a happy place, because.
And one time the phone did, I remember one of my residents, it was my stupidity for leaving it on the table. I would give them coffee every morning. And I left my brand new phone, maybe like a month old.
It was a month old, maybe.
I left it right in front of her. And she was being feisty that morning. And I'm like, hey, calm down. What's wrong with you? Do you want to sing? You want to dance with me? And she was one of my early residents that, I didn't start doing activities or anything with them until 10 o'clock. That was the time that the majority would come. I would open it at 9, open the activity area at 9 o'clock. I would get there sometimes 8:30, depends. And, to get everything ready, go visit them before I opened up. And she was feisty that morning. And I was like, oh my. So then I'm like, hey, do you want me to put your music? So in that time, I got my phone and I left it right in front of her. And then as I turned my back, I was going to put music on the radio.
Yeah.
So we had surrounded speakers. And as soon as I did that, I heard the knock of the coffee. I'm like, no. So I looked. I'm like, Madeline. I'm like, oh no, you dropped you dropped your coffee.
Did she just poured it completely on top of your phone?
Yeah. And then I'm like, oh my gosh. So I took it off the case and I was like, oh my gosh, what should I do? So I just started hitting it on a napkin, trying to take the coffee off.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't get mad at her.
Yeah.
It wasn't her fault.
It's like a kid, like a little kid fucking your shit up. You're not going to get mad.
But, and it's that was just a material thing, and, I would always, let them, sometimes you would tell me, don't leave your phone anywhere, this and that. But I would always lock my phone.
Yeah.
And, sometimes I would just, plug, the headphones or, give it to them. So, that to calm them down. Sometimes, just by putting, one of my Mexican residents. Yeah. He'd love, rancheras and I would put that for him. Because, sometimes he would distract, whatever activities we would be having. And as soon as I'm like, okay, here, then ponte esto.
Yeah.
Y, ¿quieres bailar? He's like, no. I'm like, okay. I'm like, ¿quieres música? Sí. I'm like, ¿qué quieres? And he would tell me, he'll tell me, whatever it was. Yeah, the artist. Yeah. And I'm like, ¿quieres rancheras? Sí. And then it would change. He would be singing, but then they would get mad because he would be singing so loud because he had the headphones and he couldn't hear
yourself, yeah.
So then I would just face him towards the television and he would be happy.
Yeah.
And I saw how music, it could bring you down and it could bring you up.
Yeah.
There's
the power to do that shit.
It does.
Yeah. Speaking of music, when I would have to work in Pasadena at nighttime, sometimes I would have to meet the dude that would take me there at certain places and shit. One of them was a library. No, it was a fire department because those fools are the ones that cry the most. Oh, there's water bugs in here and shit. And then you got to spray the natural shit and the natural shit smells. So they got to be out, So as I'm waiting, because I would drive a little faster, I got there and I was looking at my YouTube and shit. And I came across some white boy. And the YouTube se llama Master of Voice. And the homie seems kind of fruity and shit, but it's cool though, it's cool. I'm watching it,
Yeah.
And he was doing a voice reaction with the cool thing. He was doing Mexican people, but he does people from all over the world. He was doing Juan Gabriel, and it was ¿cuál canción fuera?
Amor Eterno.
Amor Eterno. And this was almost crying and shit. It's cool because he's not even listening at the language. He's listening at the singing and the projection, and he knows everything that they're doing. Oh, look how he's doing this, and and this one that's coming up next that I'm gonna play. It's I'm like, oh, yeah, he's gonna talk about the vibrato watching. He talks about the vibrato, I don't know a lot, but I know what that is.
Yeah.
And so he talks about that. And this is cool because this one I was showing you last night on the TV and the YouTube, and then this one came up, and it's cool because this is one of the songs that was on the playlist. Songs my dad taught me. So this is one of the songs, and he breaks it down.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play a little bit of it. I'm gonna let him say his name so you guys can find him.
Hi everyone, Andy Davis here again from Master of Voice.
And then this is a song starting up.
The performance from 1971. Oh, the audience is loving it. Oh, I love the instrumentation here for this intro. Oh, they're loving him. Oh, a nice. Oh, you guys. Such a nice resonance quality coming out of his voice here, but I love the instrumentation. They're doing so well here to open up. Of course, I believe this was just a few years after they became a band, and so it's cool to hear them in the early days, just a couple years before I was born. Beautiful sounds already, you guys, of this song, of course, and a translation of the lyrics begin, "Goodbye, my love, it can't continue." Now,
and this song, like somebody, fan, like sent it, you know, they always, hey, Jay, fucking.
I think her name was Margarita.
Yeah, that was her name, and he goes, hey, check this out. And then he'll like check out the song, you know, and like he's done Chente, he's done these guys, he's done a bunch of different people. Let me see this one. He gets more into it.
In the middle of the phrase, at the end of the phrase, it's so well done. But really, to me, it's really giving the feel of such emotion and passion already into this. And the lyrics continue on, "Suffer no more. Maybe tomorrow our crying will be left behind. And if you tell me that your love will wait for me, I will have the light that my path will illuminate. And I'll be back. Like a bird that returns to its nest, you'll see that soon. I will return and I will stay. For that peace that you always, always give me, that you give me." Great lyrics. Yes. Such passion.
He's got to talk about the vibrato right there.
You guys, his vowel resides back just a little bit. You know, of course, our vowels do migrate around according to what words we're singing. But I really like when he lets that vowel sound migrate to the back of his mouth, the upper throat area, and then allows that vibrato to come in there.
That's crazy. You know, like this was listening to it like a, you know, because he's a fucking teacher.
I know now why Margarita loves this. You know, she commissioned this.
Yeah, so you guys can check him out in Se llama Master of Voice. He has a lot of cool other fucking artists that he breaks down and shit. And all that fucking noise you're hearing in the background is my cat Choco trying to break into the fucking room, and I can't let him in here because he's gonna fucking probably knock shit down. So
yeah, that just shows, like, you know, like music has no boundaries, no, you know.
Yeah.
It just transcends through everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, because that fool, you could tell he's really, really fucking into it. And he's got to be not racist at all, because else he wouldn't be checking it out.
Yeah.
He'd be pure fucking American singers and shit, or country or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But that shit was cool. I always come across cool videos like that. And then, but you said you like Rocío Dúrcal's version better than Huaga.
Yeah.
And it's cool because he does the Rocío Dúrcal one too. And he goes, this is an awesome song. Even though Juan Gabriel wrote it, you know, I kind of like this one a little bit better, the passion and shit like that.
I do too.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. And then I heard it. Yeah, you know what? It does sound, but she does sing it better. She sings it slower, more passionately. She lets everything ring through. And Juan Gabriel is singing it all fast and shit, you know, because you know his mannerisms, you know, it's all quick. And only a couple of songs. He's like, you know, you can hear, listen to the cry in his voice. You know, you were laughing because como habla el vato, huh? You're tripping out on that voice, like, what the fuck is this? But it's not disturbing.
No,
you know?
it's
It's cool, you know. He's like, you just fucking. Pero el vato tiene un anillo, so who knows, you know? Maybe he's from a different. That's just legal everywhere nowadays. But yeah, man, like I said, I just wanted to come on. Thanks for coming out with me. We were supposed to do it yesterday, and then you said, "Oh, how about tomorrow?" I was like, "Fuck." Hopefully, she doesn't fucking. I asked her, and she says no.
No, I was having a lot of pain yesterday out of nowhere, like my left hand, like my pinky.
Yeah. Like
out of nowhere, it's just like it was just hurting. Fuck. And right now, like I don't even feel it.
That's good. It's because of the beer. You weren't feeling it. No, the beer, that shit is a buzzkill. You'll still fucking feel it. Huh?
No, yeah, of course. Like even like, you know, I've been having pain for what? Oh my.
What, like 2 months now?
Probably. I'm not sure if it was October, November.
Yeah.
Like
we gotta try that stretch that the homeboy was talking about.
Yeah, like, you know, I have the pain on my chest that doesn't go away. Like you always ask me, does it hurt? I'm like, yeah, it's like there. It doesn't go away. There.
It just fucking worse some days, and some days it's like tolerable, but it's always there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm worried about too. Like, let's say you start working, then you're not gonna be able to fucking keep working no more because that's just gonna bug you. But I think, it's because of the fucking the chores and cleaning around the house, maybe. You know,
I'm not used to it no more.
No, not that.
Yeah, I know.
No, because it's different. You know, it's different. You know, you're the shit at home is more laborious and work, but the shit you do is laborious and your mind and fucking you're standing up and all that shit. So it's a lot harder. You know.
Like it becomes work. Like like they say. Find something that you enjoy doing and it won't feel like work. It didn't feel like work.
Oh shit.
I enjoyed going to work. I was happy to go to work.
Yeah.
Of course, a couple people here and there make it impossible, but just mind your own business and keep doing, and I would always, sometimes you hear people talking behind your back and, my main thing was like, I'm there for my residents. And, I even told them like I was willing to get fired for standing up for them. And I did. Like, I would always stand up for what was right.
Yeah.
And I didn't care if they heard, if they ran and tell that to the main person.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
Yeah.
And it is what it is.
Yeah.
So it just sucks how everything came about, because of this. I haven't had a job, and like I had gone to couple months ago.
No, because like you that place you didn't like it because the food that came in, that motherfucker was like, he was an asshole, and you went to the main boss and that bitch didn't want to listen, so you're like, fuck this fool, and I said, you know what, fuck it, just quit. And at that time, your old place was hiring, and you were in already, you're in.
Yeah.
It's just the vaccine fucked it up because they required the vaccine,
Yeah, and they were willing to pay me more.
And they're still fucking. They keep they need somebody.
I guess the person that got hired, who knows what happened, they're hiring again.
The fucked up thing is, I think they keep the fucking the Supreme Court stops that fool's mandates and shit, and then they come back. But I think for healthcare workers,
it's still gonna stay no matter what.
They're gonna need it, like, it's gonna stay there and shit no matter what. Right now we're watching once I came in after barbecue and I was looking at the fucking news, and the commercials suck, man. It's like they keep showing the little kids, vaccinate your kids. It's our turn. Like, fuck, man. Like, I mean, I would not do that, man.
You know what I saw? Sorry to cut you off. You know what I saw today? I know this stupid social media, since I'm not working, I'm like on it 24/7.
Hey, that's good. That's what we get informed.
But there's this I don't know if it was an ad or this person posted on their website, and it said that they're paying women that are not vaccinated, like on women that are willing to donate their eggs. They're willing to pay up to 11 to I don't know how much.
That's real. That's real. También unvaccinated sperm.
So it's like, that makes you think, like, why?
Because you know what? What's going to happen is that's just going to make you infertile. You can't have kids. That's what it is. It's population control. Either they're going to kill you with that shit, or you're not going to be able to. That's why
produce,
when you were over there working with people that were vaccinated, your menstrual was all fucked up. It was all over the place.
Remember I told you?
And that's something that
I would miss, like when I
2 months.
We even thought we were pregnant.
We bought a fucking test. Like, fuck, baby Elvis is coming. But it wasn't. No, fuck it, I wouldn't want him to come into this fucked up world, man. Nobody right now. I wouldn't recommend nobody to have no fucking kids in this fucked up world.
Yeah, and it was crazy how even my stomach grew. Like we thought
you were, but it's because of that, because you were surrounded by people that were like that. I heard that already, and they want unvaccinated sperm because the other shit doesn't work because it's an RNA. It's an RNA shot. It's not even a vaccine. RNA. Like DNA.
Yeah.
That's what it is, but I'll still talk about it, we're talking about it, but it's up to you if you want to get it, whatever. But yeah, I heard that's real. That's real. The being unvaccinated dudes.
Like, doesn't that make people think like...
No, because they're still going to get it because so-and-so got it, and because they want to save the world, and they haven't read up about it, It's fucked up, man. Unfortunately, a lot of people in my family got it and shit, and they know I'm against it and shit. It's up to me. Fuck it. If you want to get it, get it. I'm saying no, but
yeah. But see, that's the thing. Like like, where the heck, like, it's not even called, it shouldn't even be called the United States of America, like, free of the people, free of the land, free of the people, whatever, because
Land of the
it's
free.
land of the free, because
Yeah.
it's not. It's like, you can't even say, like, what's on your mind
Yeah.
without being
You get
reprimanded
fired
for
or
it.
fucking yeah,
You know?
you get fired. Your shit will get taken down. Like I had one where I sat down in the park and I was talking and I talked about the vax a little bit. YouTube took it down. It said you're spreading false information, misinformation, and this is your first strike. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what happened to the land of the free? Like, and my shit's not even
Freedom of speech.
Yeah,
and all
I don't
that.
even have that many followers on there. But the thing is, like, no matter how small you are, if you get enough people to listen to you, then they're gonna be thinking the same way, and they don't want that. They don't want that. They don't want our people to wake up, the Mexicans, and sadly, a lot of them got the shot because, you know, your parents, like my mom's like, oh, Jose, you know, there's a new strain and I might get it. I'm on the fence. I said, look, mom, it's up to you if you want to get it, but please make sure that you guys get life insurance. Because straight out, I tell her like that. Because this shit, we don't know what the fuck's going to happen.
Yeah.
You might not, you know, it's a lottery you don't want to win. I don't want to get that shit because I got fucking have high blood pressure and shit. Plus, I know what the fuck is in there. So I don't want that shit in me, you know. And there's people that are going to lie and say, you know, maybe they got 2 or whatever and they regret it, but they end up getting the booster, you know. It's
They have to now.
they have to, yeah. Pero también, like, don't say, fuck that, I'm going to do it, then you do it, you know. Like, for me, I say, I'm not going to get it. I'm going to fight it till the end. But if they say, hey, Jose, guess what? Because right now, thank God, they stopped doing that shit where they were going to charge us feria. I knew it's illegal, but I was like, fuck it, let them charge me. And at the end of the year, whatever, we end up suing them, or I'm going to get all that feria back. It's like I'm saving that money. Because it was going to be $75, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, damn, me motherfucker's going to take $75. Plus, I got $100 fucking increase on my fucking rent.
Yeah.
That means my rent went up $175.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to be getting those 75,
Especially
right?
without me not working.
Right. So fucking and the crazy thing is, like, we don't we live within our means. We're not like, oh, I'm gonna get a Louis Vuitton bag or I'm a fucking whatever Coach, whatever the fuck is in. You know, we're not like that. Or I want to get the latest iPhone. We don't have iPhone watches. None of
I
that
just
shit.
have an iPhone because of you.
Yeah, because
I used to have my
Android.
Samsung.
It's the same shit. They cost the same.
They do?
They cost the same thing. Yeah,
I don't
they're
care.
just as expensive.
Yeah.
No, más que this actually is a lot easier to use. Believe it or not, it's a lot fucking easier. This is like an old person's and women's phone. Not to say women are stupid, but it's for women and for old people. When I had my Android, I was doing so much shit with it.
Yeah.
I was downloading shit, changing the firmware on it, all kinds of shit. You know,
They
but
caught on to you. That's why they...
no, the reason why I got this is because, like, prior to it was in 2019 in December, I believe. Or no, it was 2020 February, which means we're due for a new one. I got it because of the concerts. You know, we go to a lot of fucking concerts, and I saw our daughter taking pictures, and her pictures were fucking badass.
Yeah.
You know, from the same distance in the front row. I was like, oh fuck yeah! For the concerts, I want a badass camera.
Yeah.
Fuck no, I didn't get a fucking chance to get no fucking pictures. Fucking concerts canceled and shit. You know.
Yeah.
I better see if this one goes down with the Morrissey one that's gonna happen. If not, I'm gonna fucking sell them back, and you know, or if they say you need to get vaccinated, then we're not gonna fucking go. I'm not gonna get vaccine for a fucking concert. I don't give a fuck who it is. But if it is the one where you got to take a test, cool. But if not, I got the homie in Mexico. He was already trying to pay me the feria for the ticket. I'm gonna tell him, fuck it, pay me for it, you know. But I'm like, fuck, what if I spend the feria?
And
You
then
know?
you can.
Yeah, so I'm like, you know what? Wait till the month of, dog, and then because I bought his ticket, so como 500, and they're paid off already. But I could sell them back.
Yeah.
Because the first night is sold out already, so they had to make a second one. But the first night's gonna be the best night, you know. Because what if he cancels the second night? You know, we never know.
Do you know if he's you know, usually it depends on the
fuck
artist.
no, yeah, fuck no. I mean, he does care about getting sick and all that shit. He does care. But that fool's not getting the vaccine. Fuck no.
But it's mainly the venue, the one that...
And it'll be the venue, but a lot of times what's been happening is it's the artist. Some artists say, you know what, fuck it, they need to be vaxxed, or someone will say, you know what, as long as they have a fucking test, or as long as they have a máscara. But it's crazy, a lot of these so-called like punk rock bands, they require the fucking vax.
That's funny.
Or like for Rage Against the Machine, you have to have the vax. So those motherfuckers are, well, they've been... Since they came out with those other stupid albums that they came out with, like the fucking Battle Los Angeles, fucking cheap ass ones, and when that fool started climbing on the fucking top because they didn't win a Grammy, that's when I knew those motherfuckers are fake. Because like you shouldn't give a fuck about that. You should not even be in that award ceremony.
Yeah.
So they lost credibility a long time ago, you know, but now it proves it that they are the fucking machine.
Yeah.
You know, and they probably are fucking vaccinated. So all that shit they talk is fake.
Yeah.
And all these people that go to their concerts and they show the thing, the proof, they're fake. Because these fools are singing against that shit. And you become it. You're a fucking, like what they're saying about the Matrix movie. People that want to go watch it, they had to show proof of vax. And the Matrix is supposed to be this fucking like radicalized red pill type of thing. That movie sucked. We saw it here at home. It sucked. But like, you know, if you want to go watch it with the past, you are a part of the Matrix, the fake shit, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Like, well, I said I wasn't going to talk about truth or shit, you know, on the page. I try not to. Like, I'll put it in my stories and shit a little bit. And I noticed that they have gone down a lot. I only get like 40 views right now, as opposed to a veces sale como 500, 600, depends, you know, when I don't post shit like that. But I can't help it.
Yeah.
You know, I come across it and I got to share it, you know. And the only reason why I get views is because there's people that don't see it. And like, oh, fuck, I haven't seen this for stories. Like when I was in the podcast with the homies, it was like that we just did recently. We were talking about it, and I told me, I get shadow banned. And oh, yeah, you know what? You're right, dude. I fucking tried looking for your shit, and I didn't see it. So then the other homie, Chris, the one who organized it, goes, hey, you know what? You're right, dude. This shit you posted 3 days ago, I didn't even fucking see it till right now because I looked for you. I'm like, yeah, dog. You know, as little as I am, I'm not fucking big. I'm spreading truth, and they don't want that shit, dog. Like, I'm spreading truth. If I was bigger, then yeah, they go after me. But since I'm fucking insignificant, but still, they do what they can. Like I told them how they froze our fucking accounts. I don't know if they believe me or not. If they didn't, whatever. We know the truth. And I said, look, after they did that shit, I kind of stopped a lot. Like I don't post it as a post. I just put it as a story because people don't give a fuck in the end. They don't give a fuck. I'm risking myself for nothing.
For nothing, yeah.
You know, here I'll talk about it a little bit. Because I talk about a bunch of different things. Like today we talked about a lot of different things. We covered a bunch of topics. I thought we were only going to do like half an hour. And right now it's a lot more past than the hour. And the cat's trying to break in. But again, thanks for coming on. Fuck, it's gonna be tough, man. Because I'm going to be working a lot of hours and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like the whole fucking day. Like from 6 a.m. to like fucking 10 p.m. I'm not going to have any fucking time to do these podcasts.
Yeah.
You know, but unless if I'm off certain days, because I think they might want me to work on the weekends, full time, you know, like a full day.
Yeah.
Then fuck it. But hopefully it doesn't get in the way of like any events that I wanted to go to, because
hopefully, you know, hopefully somebody gives me, you know, I pray about it, you know, like, you know, sometimes like I see posts like it says, you know, like God has something good for you.
Yeah.
You know, wait. You know, hopefully, you know? You know,
yeah, it's better to wait because then, like you were telling me, oh, there's fucking places that comida. Like, fuck, no, you're not going to work in no fucking, I'd rather fucking work 3 fucking jobs.
Yeah,
you're not going to work.
You're right here at diner and that.
Fuck that. Fuck no. Dude, those people get treated the fucking worst. And, yeah, they get treated like shit, dude. People get punked. They'll fucking make you cry every fucking day. Trust me. They yell at you. Oh, why the fuck is my steak's overdone or my steak is not fucking crudo, you know?
Yeah.
Fuck, you know. Yeah. I worked in the food industry a couple times when I was a kid. Yeah, that's like the worst fucking shit you could do, you know. So whatever, dude. I mean, we're gonna make it. I have faith we're gonna make it. So like, you know, this is just a little bump and shit. In a couple of months, we're gonna be like, oh yeah, remember we're fucking like this, and now we're doing this. I know we've been there. You know, there's lows, there's in betweens, there's highs, and I'm gonna talk about it. You know, I'm not fucking embarrassed. Some fools ain't gonna say it. You know, because then later on, it always happens, man.
I think, you know, everybody goes through it. I don't think anybody's perfect. You know, even when they try to show that they are, they're not.
Especially on social media.
Yeah,
that's
you can't
that's
really
the worst.
see. You know.
Yeah, that's the worst. And here, like say, like it wasn't specific topics. It's just life. This is what the fuck's happening. I'm fucking speaking about it. You know, if you relate to it, you relate to it. If you don't, you don't. But it's just gonna be the truth.
Yeah.
You know, I just wrote a couple of nothing but the truth. So help me God. Yeah. It's like I can't think it on like, oh, I'm perfect and this and that. But I think this is cool too because it's being documented that. Fuck, remember when, you know, it was just me working because of stupid ass vaccines and shit like that. And it's not because you don't want to. It's a fucking vaccine. And the whole point is if you really believe in God and you have faith, we have to have faith and just keep working and keep working. Eventually, a ver qué pasa, you know?
Yeah.
A ver qué pasa. But we're going to go to war pretty soon with fucking Russia. This fucking, I know a lot of people told me they regretted voting for that fool. You know, but I think either way, man, it's the way fucking Trump is like, oh, yeah, the vaccine. That was talking about the vaccine that is good and shit. Like, that motherfucker backstabbed everybody by saying that shit, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just crazy how, like, you know, like before, the Democrats, they were like hippies, like, fuck that. I'm like, you would think they'd be like, fuck that. I'm not gonna get a vaccine. I'm not a fucking sheep. And they're the fucking sheep.
Yeah.
You know, I seen fools that I follow, like, I don't know, they're bitches like that, you know? Like, Shrek told me, like, yeah, that fool, he's all about it, dog. Like, oh, he's all about it. Like, oh, they're gonna start punching people in the face if they're not wearing a vaccine. Like, come on, dog. And they're not wearing a fucking mask. Like, come on, dog.
Yeah, like, you see it on social media.
Yeah, I would never. Craziness. People I would never. Thought of, yeah, but then I think about I put two and two together. Yes, maybe, you know, but like, man, like pushing it that much, like, oh, or they're that afraid and shit. Like, you know, when I go in the businesses, I'm wearing my mask. I'm wearing that turtleneck shit that goes all the way to my fucking face, right? So it's covered. Those shits are not affected, but I just wear it just because I have to wear something, you know, or else I won't be able to work. So I walk in there, and there's people in the office by themselves, and they're fucking like, they'll put the mask on and say, oh, thank you very much for doing that, you know. And that's, oh, why? Oh, yeah, because you know what? You're protecting me. The mask doesn't protect you; it protects me.
So they know.
Whatever, yeah. So they know. But no, I don't want that. And then I was talking to Eddie and shit on the phone, and I had him on my earpiece. And so, what's up? How are you? I'm right here working, dog. Yeah, all right, cool. And so my boy, I walked in. And to the left and to the right, there's two doors. And so I put monitors and shit, those little sticky traps right on each side. So, because they don't have the door sweeps, nothing in door sweeps. So whatever comes in, they catch roly-polies and crickets and shit, right? So I'm in there, and as soon as I walk in there, I start changing them. This man his office is about 10 feet away from me to the right, and it's wide open. His door's wide open. He's got no mask on. He's an old fucking man. Like, he shouldn't be working. He's like in his 60s. So, excuse me. He's all, have you been exposed? I'm like, huh? I don't know what that means, sir. Have you been exposed? And I start walking towards that fool. I start walking towards that motherfucker.
No.
I get 5 feet away. He's like, no, hold on, stop. And he puts on his mask. No, have you been around anybody that? I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't have it, though. Yeah. I'm wearing a mask. You're safe. We're 10 feet away. As long as you have your mask on. And then Eddie started laughing. I'm like, yeah, this motherfucker asked me if I've been exposed. I started walking out that motherfucker on purpose and shit. He's getting all scared, like if I'm gonna kill him or some shit, you know? Like, pobrecito la gente, man.
But see, the thing is, like, people shouldn't be afraid, because if it's your time, it's your time. No matter what.
That's what I say all the time. It's your fucking time. That shit's gonna find you.
Yeah,
like a Final Destination.
If it's, you know, from like what you said earlier, like, you know, people like the out of body experiences. They come back. If it's not your time, it's not your time.
Yeah, you're gonna come back. You're gonna come back. Yeah, and they heal.
Yeah.
But these fools, I don't know what the fuck they're afraid of. I think they're afraid because, like, they don't have enough faith, or they don't know where they're going, or they're afraid of where they're gonna go, or they've done so bad in here that they're afraid. Their conscience is so fucked up. Mine's not. I'm fucking fine. You know, I know I'm not gonna go to hell.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I think this might be fucking hell, but I mean, I'm not afraid. And I know that you don't, your body dies, you don't fucking die. You continue living.
Yeah.
That's a fucking fact.
Yeah.
I'm convinced of that. Super convinced of that. Luckily, some people can see those dimensions. And I can't see them, but some people that can see them, like, I think cats can see them, dogs can see them. And babies, when they're little babies, they can see the dimensions.
Yeah, remember I told you about that video that I showed you? It was a little
you were showing
kid,
me. Yeah.
A little boy.
And that fool can't even talk.
He
and he's
can't
talking
even
to
talk.
somebody.
Yeah, and then the mom asked him, like, she asked him, hey, like, who are you talking to? And he looked towards the window. He was, like, in the middle of the hallway. And then he looked towards, like, the room. I guess the door was open. And then he turned around. He's like, who are you talking to? And then the little boy turns, and he can't speak.
Yeah.
And then he just turns, and he's all like, God. And I'm like, wow. Like, you know, it just makes you think a lot, you know. Wow, the light. See the light?
Yeah, it fucking dimmed and then it fucking went back. And it shouldn't do that, because if it would have done that, that means it was supposed to turn off the recorder, because the recorder is running off the same battery pack, and it fucking dimmed, and it shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
It only does that when I have it on a separate battery pack. It'll dim. But yeah, it dimmed right after you said that.
Like almost all the way down.
All the way down, yeah. Yeah, I have that salt rock. If you guys seen me when I do, when I'm recording at the park and shit, or even by myself, I have that rock. It's a salt rock, and it has LED light in there that changes into different colors. It almost went completely black, and then it turned back on again. Right after you said that.
Yeah, right after I said.
So, I don't know. Like, are you afraid or no? It's okay if you are.
I'm not
probably
afraid.
Of the kids, no? 'Cause
yeah,
the kids.
like, you just think of, like, who you're leaving behind. And I think that's the most, like, you think about it. You know, I've been, you know, ever since your dad passed away, like, and then especially with me having the stupid pain, but, you know, it makes you think, like, of, like, you don't think so, at that time, I don't think you think so much about yourself. You think about who you're leaving behind. You know, and, like, what they're going to go through, or, you know, that's the main thing, not like of what's going to happen
yourself,
after.
what's going to happen.
No,
because you have enough faith that, you know, what you believe in. Yeah, like for me, when I was fucking leaking from my nose the first time 2 years ago in October, like, I wasn't afraid. I was like, and I thought I was gonna die. I told you, I think I'm gonna fucking die. I don't know what the fuck this is. I think my brain is leaking. You know,
we thought you were having a brain hemorrhage.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck it. You know, it is what it is. I was not scared. Lord is my witness. I was not scared. But when I looked at you, that's when I was like, fuck, what the fuck is she gonna do?
Yeah.
At the time you were working, no? Yeah. It was,
I was
right when before 2020. And like, what the fuck is she gonna do on one income?
And nobody support.
Nobody support, you know? Like, damn. That's when it hit me. And then, too, sometimes I'll talk to friends and stuff, you know? And they'll tell me, hey, dog, you know, I don't want to get in your business, dog, but one of them, Eddie, you know, like, hey, dog, like, you know, think about it, fool. Like, work out with your son and shit. Like, what are your kids going to do, dog? What's your wife going to do? Like, yeah, she could find somebody else, but what the fuck? Your kids are going to be with someone else? Like, think about that shit, fool. Like, damn. And I think about it too, but fuck, man, I gotta act actions. You know, I'm not really a person that talks. I act on shit. So, but you know, when I get into the diet shit, I mean, I get into that shit. I won't eat at nighttime. I'll just eat my yogurts and shit. I just gotta do it again. And más que la pinche comida, dude. Fuck, it's fucking hard. You know.
It's so good.
You know, yeah. But I mean, and then I talked to you about that whole fucking the gastric sleeve and shit. And, like, I would do it, but then you told me something very important. Like, nah, you shouldn't get that because you like to eat. I won't be able to fucking eat, you know?
Yeah.
But I've done good where, fuck, I lost 30-something pounds, you know, when I tried it that first time, you know, and I could do it. So then at the same time, getting that bad shit, I feel like that's like quitting. That's like the easy fucking way out. And I don't like that. I don't like the easy way out. I don't like the easy shit. Not to mention the risks.
Yeah.
You know, and then I won't be able to eat. I won't be able to fucking, that's the main one, you know? I could do it, man. I just have to, like, really fucking sit down and do it.
Yeah.
And I think ya que empiece a trabajar in my other job, it'll be easy. I'll come home and I won't eat food. I'll just fucking eat a little bit of the yogurt, you know? But fuck, I think what helps me is that I'm always walking and shit, you know? And my job's, if si no como estuviera, I'll be like fucking 350, 360, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, because if you're just sitting down at a place, no matter what, you need to have, like, some kind of movement.
Yeah, I'm always fucking moving up. Fucking somebody's 11,000 steps, 8,000 steps. Average is like 8,000 steps. Por eso me chingo los pinches las botas right away y me las acabo. You know, they're construction boots, right? And I think, why the fuck don't these fools wear them out? Is it because I'm fucking fat and there's more friction? That's part of it. But those fools are not walking 8,000 steps a day. They're just there stationary in the tierra, hammering shit. Yeah. They fucking barely even move, you know. I'm fucking me las quemo. They're comfortable as fuck. But I imagine if I bought those the $250 variety, fuck that. And then the Rizo sale como 100.
Wow.
I just get my boots for like $80. They last me 3 months, but it's worth it, you know.
Yeah.
What's the breakdown? Like $27 a month. It's worth it.
I have to put like little metal things on the front and the back. I should put some
taps. No, I'll fucking start tapping and shit, dude. But hey, Martin, check it out, fool. I'll fucking record myself tap dancing and shit. You know, if I had those shits, I'll start tap dancing.
Yeah.
You never seen a fat person tap dance, huh? Just me.
Just you.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh? I'll just start fucking tap dancing. Yeah, I try not to embarrass the kids sometimes, but sometimes it's too easy. You know? Or someone else tell me, hey, Dad, do it. You're like, no, don't do it.
Wait.
No, dude, what the fuck did I do? That was embarrassing last time. Oh, like we're stopped and I just started fucking around like I'm dancing and shit. Fuck, man.
Or like, when we're like going down Whittier and then you say your car has hydraulics.
Yeah, we go down fucking Whittier, and I fucking start slamming the brakes. I start slamming the fucking brakes all hard and shit, and then but too bad my shocks are still good, or else it will fucking sound like fucking like it'll look like hydraulics and shit. But I remember one time I was doing it, and we were there, and then it's the what was it? And then some fool saw me. And all of a sudden, that fool fucking started doing hydraulics.
He started doing it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're cruising up and back, or someone's like, I was trying to go to the churros, like, what the fuck? Look at all this fucking traffic, dude. And then we couldn't make a left turn or a right turn
Couldn't go nowhere.
Because the fucking cops. Yeah, man. Yeah, my mom was doing it, and the kids, hey, do it again, Dad. Do the hydraulics. I started doing the fucking hydraulics. You're all embarrassed and shit because you're in the front. The kids got tint in the back. So they don't give a fuck, and I'm doing the fucking brake all crazy and shit. And the fools to the left of me started fucking doing the hydraulics and shit.
Oh my!
He was making it shit bounce too.
He was, yeah. And I'm like, oh my! I'm like,
cover your fucking face.
Can my window be any darker? I think I had my window down a little bit.
And you just put all that shit up.
Nope, put it up.
Covered your face with your hand. Or sometimes when I'll see, like, you know, because they see my car, they think that shit's all souped up because it's lowered. I got tinted windows. I got those fucking window things for the rain and shit. Wait till I put my fin, though.
I know.
She's to give me more horsepower. I had that motherfucker for like 2 years. I haven't put it on yet. I got to put it on. And I got to change those spark plugs. But yeah, my shit's lowered. My rims, I painted them black with that shit that's like rubber. You could peel it off. And fucking some fools that are like in quote unquote like fast cars say, man, they'll fucking haul ass to get it to go where I'm at, and they'll start like fucking like they're gonna tick off.
Yeah.
And I'll fucking rev them a little bit, and I won't even go. You know, they'll fucking tick off fast. Or sometimes there's fools that I see them in their fast cars, and I saw what they were doing. And I played dumb. All of a sudden, I punch it and I fucking burn. Like, look at this motherfucker, dog. This fool's got a V8 and I got a 4-cylinder.
Like today, we saw that little Honda with the little thing in the back, like a little stuffed animal on its back.
Yeah.
Like he was going off slow, and then all of a sudden, like when we kind of came to a stop at what was like, it was like the 710 when we were coming back home from.
Oh, that fucking! Oh, you noticed that shit? I noticed that shit.
I was like, what the?
Yeah, because I saw him, right? I saw a little Honda. It was like that Civic that I had, like a 92.
Yeah.
It was a Civic, and that shit was lowered. And it was lowered, but it was like primer to shit.
All messed up.
It was all fucked up, but it was lower, right? And I seen that fool. It was on my 710 freeway, and he was hopping on like me. But I seen that fool like pisé on purpose and shit to burn his ass. Because this shit's all making all kinds of fucking noise. My shit doesn't make no fucking noise.
Yeah.
You know, my car is fucking like 20 years old.
He was getting over
younger than that shit.
Yeah, because it's getting over like lane after lane.
Yeah.
Like because he was on the far left, far right.
It was a 710 to hop on the 10. I think, right? To hop on the
10. Yeah.
No. We're on the 60 to hop on the 710.
Too cool.
Yeah, and I seen that. I fucking left his ass. I did shit on purpose. I do it on purpose when I see cars like that. I start hauling ass like, oh, this fucking XB burning your ass, fool. And I was hauling ass on a 710. And I was like, all right, fuck it, I passed him, whatever. And I was driving, then I started slowing down, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, que viene chinga, right, passes by. You see that shit?
And he gets in front of you.
Yeah, he got in front of me. Yeah, the little toe shit. They screw on the little toe to tow him and shit.
Yeah.
And he had like a little fucking stuffed animal teddy bear hanging and shit from that thing. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
And then even with my car's like missing a whole bumper, and they think I'm...
because they think you got fucking turbo on that shit. Because the motherfuckers that put turbo on that shit, they take off their bumper porque no cabe. They fucking start revving on you and shit. Or when I drive your car sometimes, like, they'll come close like that, and then they'll see a little fucking stuffed animal teddy bears with the big eyes and shit. Like, this was gay as fuck. This motherfucker got this fucking... Because you put them on the side windows, on the little vent windows. You can barely see them.
Yeah, you can barely see it. It's in the back.
Yeah, man. And then fucking... You know, what I hate is when we're somewhere, and then the fucking people... There's like little niños, right? And the niños will be staring at the bumper. That's cool, you know? And they'll point at it, and the fucking parents don't tell them shit. And the motherfucking parents start staring, dude. But maybe like about a month ago... We were at the Mascota, and I was getting bread, right? I was getting bread, and then I came out first, and the lady came out after me, and we're parked in the front. The fucking lady looks back, she starts telling her homegirl, "I'm una pinche vieja pendeja estúpida," and she looked back at me like, it pisses me off, dude. Like, you ever never seen a fucking car without a bumper? Yeah. Like, so, bitch, this car is fucking newer than yours, bitch.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, what the heck? Like to me, I don't care. Like, it's just...
Yeah, because we can fix it for free.
No, I know, but like...
But I know you don't care. Else that shit would have been... If it was my car, even though I'm not, you know, materialistic, still, if I can get that shit fixed, I'm going to get it fixed for free.
Yeah.
So we should fix that shit, because that shit bugs me. I don't get embarrassed. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But it bugs me. It pisses me off, dude.
No, so now what I do...
when the fucking little kids point in and the fucking parents don't listen now, they keep looking too. Oh, yeah, this motherfucker's missing a bumper. And it's like, hey, shut up, fool, turn around. And the motherfucker says, oh, look. And they tap the husband. Yeah, look, the fucking bumper's missing.
Yeah, one time we were just
bitch,
laughing.
I got turbo, bitch.
Yeah.
We started
just
laughing.
laughing,
And the lady started laughing too, right? Because we caught the bitch staring. Like, hey, tell your fucking kid not to stare,
Yeah,
man.
because the kids are like, mira el carro.
Those are the kind of kids that they're gonna be making fun of kids that are handicapped and shit because the parents don't fucking teach them.
Yeah, you could tell how like, you know, there's no respect no more like before. You know, like as generations, you know, as we go through generations, you could see how there's no respect like how there was before. I'm pretty sure like in the 50s, you know, there was probably more respect than how it is like when we were growing up. But yeah, even like older people, like just people, like they just looked and I'm like, what? Like, you know, like I just think like, this is just a freaking car.
Just a car. It's just a fucking car. Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm not embarrassed. I don't care. It's like, it's just a freaking car. But like,
you know what's the worst shit? But I know Cherry doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
When you pick up our daughter from work for at school, like, she's rolling up in a fucking car with no bumper. You know how kids are materialistic, you know?
She doesn't care.
That's crazy. She don't give a fuck. Huh?
She doesn't. Like, she would have, like, even
Mom,
her,
pick
like,
me up at the corner.
Even like her boyfriend, like they would be like, oh, pick me up like on the other side.
Yeah.
Nope, they pick me up in front of the school.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, it's just a freaking car. And then like sometimes I'm like, you know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna start honking at stupid people. Because sometimes even when I'm at the stop sign or at the red light, like you see people passing by and they just like kind of like as they're walking, they're just looking like their neck is gonna break.
You know what's the worst fucking thing? When the chinos do that shit. Fuck, motherfucker, you can't even drive, dog. You got a motherfucking car that parts itself, that drives its fucking self. How the fuck you fuck your car up, dog?
Oh my, did you see something on social media that there was this accident and the Tesla? Okay, listen to this.
Yeah.
Okay. So that there was this Tesla, it got into an accident. Supposedly there was a car that ran the red light and it hit the Tesla. The Tesla broke in half.
Fuck.
Supposedly, I don't know if it's true or not, but because you know social media, but it said on the comments, it said, oh yeah, I'm a Tesla designer or engineer, whatever, and it's meant for it to do that. So then somebody, I guess, to kind of reverse that, they said, well, I'm a Tesla engineer too, and this is so people die so they don't sue Tesla.
Oh,
and
shit.
I was like, what
you should have went on there too. I'm a fucking engineer too, and my shit didn't break in half. My bumper came off because my fucking husband was driving that shit, and he parked too close to that little stop thing, and his fat ass made the car drop. And when he fucking backed up, because he was telling me to pull the car out, but I didn't want to pull it out. He pulled the car out, and the fucking bumper ripped off because his fat ass was driving that shit. I told you I don't want to drive. I fucking broke your seat on that fucking car too. I thought I would never do that shit.
So people, if you're if you're a big dude, don't drive on the fit.
I see a lot of fat fools.
It's gonna lower it,
and they lower them and shit.
It's like, why would you lower it if it's already low enough?
Fucking cool though, but my shit's not even that low, and I hit everywhere. Boom,
yeah.
Or it scrapes, so my muffler drags and shit.
Imagine how it is. You think it has a hole?
No.
Eventually it will.
No, my shit's because I don't even drive that fucking car.
Yeah.
It has a little bit of miles.
You don't need to drive it that much. You've been hitting everywhere.
Yeah, then like that's why. Hey, you fucking drive your car. But then, if I drive and you're in the car, it doesn't fucking stop. I got to fucking Fred Flintstone that shit.
Isn't that true?
No,
though?
It's true. Yeah.
Like I have to put like more pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
You know.
You gotta pump your brakes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Yeah, fucking people. That's one thing I hate. I don't give a fuck, you know. But the people when they fucking stare, that shit pisses me off so much.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna honk at them. Like
just fucking fix it, dude. Fuck, just fucking fix the motherfucker. Call the lady. Let's go drop it off, and that's it. It should be fixed in a week, and just don't let me drive it. You drive it, because I don't know the distance. That's why I got.
How about I put a mask on it and say that it has COVID?
That shit's they have those masks.
Remember I showed you like a long
that
time
was
ago.
Cool, yeah,
it was a car
big
that had a big mask on it.
I should get a fucking Savana and sew that shit on there. I could make one with the Savana and just put the white. You remember how I was wearing the mask today? I was wearing that shit inside out. It was one of your used ones and shit.
It was
the used one. Then my son didn't know.
Because it was in the back.
That shit had makeup, and I put that shit inside out, and it was had makeup and shit. I was like, you know what? Next time I'm gonna wear this fucking mask, I'm gonna put it's just a flu. You know, it's white. I'm gonna write that shit. That motherfucker's wearing it inside out. Motherfucker, it's just a flu, motherfucker. But yeah, man, they'll fire you for going back to work. No, I learned my lesson. That shit. If I get that shit, I'm taking my time off.
Oh, what are you playing?
I know. What the fuck is this? Yeah, I was like, fuck this, dude. If it happens again, I'm taking my time off. I'm not risking it. And then, I'm like, you know what? This happens. This ain't gonna happen again. I told him, you know me. You tell me to fix something, I fix it.
Yeah.
I don't fuck around. In everything, in every job. Like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna fix it. That's it. You don't gotta tell me again. And that's how I'm gonna fucking handle this shit next time. So we don't have to fucking worry about it.
Changing subjects. Okay, for all the listeners, I don't know if they, I grew up listening to this.
Yeah.
Like my left eye, usually it twitches.
Yeah.
Like it's been twitching for, I would probably say like maybe 2 months or so.
Yeah.
And they say that usually, I mean, I don't want to believe that. I really don't. Like before I used to, but now I don't because they say that, okay, if your left eye twitches, that supposedly you're going to be sad, you're going to cry. I guess anything bad.
Yeah.
And then that if your right one does, that you're going to be happy and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, like
yeah, but it's always your left eye. Your right eye never twitches.
It does.
You always tell me it's your left eye.
Yeah, well, because it's constant.
And that can't be true because you're always happy because you're with me. So how the fuck is that? Don't believe it. We just debunked it right now. You're always happy. But, speaking of that stuff like that, I was supposed to mention it, but the day before my dad passed away, it was let me see, because he died on the same day that Chente died.
On the 12th.
On the 12th, right? Let me see cuando cayó el 12. It was on a Sunday, right? So Saturday night, we were going to go eat something, right, at nighttime. And then right by my house, I would say like the next house over, 2 houses over, we see a white owl. And then we saw the white owl. And then right away I said, oh, that represents death. And the next day he died. So that was crazy. That's happened twice. And it wasn't my family the first time, but it was death that came. And it's supposed to mean a lot of different things. The white owl could mean like rebirth or a change in something, or it also can mean death,
Yeah.
In this case, it was death.
Yeah.
But also you could turn into a different thing, rebirth, or a changing your life.
Yeah.
All these things, like they exist and they keep being repeated because they're real. Or else it would just happen. Let's say something happens one time, okay? Like for example, the eye thing.
Yeah.
Okay, one time, okay, cool, whatever. Pero siga pasando, it turns into a thing and other people experience it.
But I don't want to believe it though. That's the thing.
Because then you give it power.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, it's just really annoying because it just keeps twitching. Even when we've been right now, like this whole time.
Yeah.
It's just been twitching.
Wow.
And it's like, it's constant.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't, usually they say, oh, te entró aire.
Yeah,
so
that's what I think it is.
So you kind of like get a cigarette and you blow on it, whatever, that's what they do, I guess. I don't know.
That's what I think it is.
So I hope it is. Like I'm trying
Because you drive with the fucking window down?
No, you're the one. I kind of don't.
Oh.
Because, have the, like I've seen stuff where, like somebody tries to like grab you or like open your windows and anything when you come to a stop.
They'll run up to you. And
so I kind of hardly ever drive with my windows down. They're just like probably like a quarter of the window open. And that's it. Yeah.
Damn.
Not being paranoid, but it's just like you have to think about it. You know,
fuck yeah. Especially if you're fucking
being
under
a girl.
If you're under 150 pounds and you're a girl, fuck yeah. If you're like a fucking linebacker, they ain't gonna fuck with you. It's gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be a struggle. Yeah, so that makes sense. That's why I always tell you guys the little tips and shit, like the fucking what's that shit? Pepper spray, whatever the fuck you.
Yeah.
A fucking knife, anything.
Yeah, and it came more real when this incident that happened when I was working in Duarte.
Yeah.
I would always go and get my residents like things from the store.
Yeah.
Whether it be cookies, like snacks for them, because they're just there. They eat the same thing, week after week, and I would see like how they, of course, they would give us cookies, but it's just like cookies that it's like every week the same stuff over and over.
Yeah.
So I would take them different stuff like cupcakes, different kind of stuff. And one day I stopped by, early in the morning. I kind of left a little bit early, and I went to the store. When I came back, my freaking window was broken, and I was like, like I left my I left my bag there because I had just taken, I have a little separate wallet. I had my phone, my little wallet, and then I just left my, and of course it was covered. I covered it, and I left it there. And when I came back, my car was broken into. And then, I was just standing there and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, and of course I was shaking because I was like, oh my gosh, like how stupid can I be for leaving it there? But it's like, you couldn't see it. Like, you couldn't tell that. And I even had my other work bag that was on the floor, and they didn't take that. They just took the little bag. So when I was there, there was this, this lady that told me, hey, mija, like, 'cause she saw me crying and everything. And she's like, just be happy that they didn't take you. You know why? She's all like, because they were watching you. She's like, they were watching you. Because when, we were waiting for the store to open. Yeah. And there was a van that was parked, like, I guess next to me. And they were watching you the whole time. She's like, be happy that they didn't take you, because it was 4 guys. They could have taken you. Who knows what their intentions were?
Weren't they in one of those fucking Chrysler 500s, like a tan one, you said? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's what she told me. Yeah. That's what, because I didn't, I went, did my, get my stuff, go get it, come back, and because I had to go back to work. Yeah. I had to start work. So, that, like, even, like, sometimes I stay in my car, I kind of look around, see who's around me, because of that. Yeah. Thank God nothing did happen. Yeah. But it just makes you think,
Fuck yeah, it could happen. That, like, they would show that shit a lot when we used to watch regular TV. Mm-hmm. There's fools that'll they'll be like, they know you're coming, and they'll be hiding, like, under a fucking van and just roll out of that motherfucker and grab you.
No, you know what I saw, that they slit your ankles.
Your Achilles. Yeah.
So like that you fall to the floor. And another one that I also saw is like they throw eggs at your windshield. Yeah. And what the gentleman that's promoting that stuff for awareness and safety for women is don't use your windshield wipers, because that smears it and it makes it worse. Yeah. So they said, no, drive like that. Don't wipe them down. And just keep driving to a safe area, then you do it, or go to wherever you have to go. As much,
I'd go to a fucking police station.
Mm-hmm. Depending where you're, of course. Yeah. But yeah, that's like the most scariest thing. Like, because I was like, shit, take whatever. It's like materialistic. I didn't care. I was just happy that, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I was like, fuck. After that, fucking stop going to that fucking place.
I did. And fuck that. The crazy thing is, like, because of work, we had to go. Yeah. So I had told, like, the person that I was working with, I'm like, I can't go.
Like, fuck, no, I'm not going.
I'm not going. And
send somebody else.
I wouldn't even go in my car. Like, I would go in her car, and we would go together. And one time that I had to go. Yeah. I went, and it freaking gave me diarrhea. I don't know, because scared. I was scared and nervous. Yeah. So, ladies, just be careful out there. Especially now, it's the world is so fucked up.
Yeah, it's fucked up. That's why I say nobody don't have any fucking kids right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good, man. I thought we were going to do like a fucking 45 minutes. It's almost going to be 2 hours, which is cool. We just kept going and shit. We should do this shit more often, dude. Just fucking put the mics on, just talk. Yeah. We always talk every fucking day.
Yeah, we do.
Not really, because you're always on your phone.
No, I'm not.
Nah. I want to talk to you once we're fucking falling asleep already and shit.
I know, like super late. I'm ready to knock out. Even though I don't work, I do get tired.
Yeah. Well, yeah, fucking housework is hard, man. They say if homemakers got paid, there'd be a lot of fucking money, because it's a lot of work. They never stop working. You got to cook, clean, all that shit. But luckily, I'm not fucking demanding, like, wake up at 4 a.m. and make me fucking breakfast. Mm-hmm. I don't eat breakfast till fucking noon, I'm fasting the whole fucking time, so.
And it's good to fast easy, because you let your body generate.
Yeah.
And kind of healed itself.
No, there's no healing me.
Shut up. Well, that you have to help it, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's easy. Some people are like, oh, how do you do it? Like, because, well, not right now, but when I was doing it a couple of months ago, not like last month, I was fucking, I would eat at 6, and it would just be yogurt with a little bit of cereal, right? Boom. And then I wouldn't eat nothing until noon. Mm-hmm. That's fucking 18 hours of fasting. And it was easy. My body got used to it.
Yeah, you train your body to do that.
And then at lunch, I would eat fucking 4 hard-boiled eggs and some water. Mm-hmm. And I fucking lost weight like that. Crazy. Yeah, I can keep doing it.
Because when I was working, like, I kind of gained weight a little bit, but when I was working, I wouldn't eat until lunchtime. Like, sometimes I would just drink coffee, and that would be it. Like, because as soon as I got to work, I got to work, and it was nonstop.
Yeah.
Especially because I was by myself for a while.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, but
tough.
you would lose. For you, it's easy. You lose and you fucking gain.
Not
But-
no more.
Yeah, but not shit. You eat whatever the fuck you want to eat. That shit goes to the right places, man.
No, but not no more. Before, yeah, I would agree, but not no more. Like I guess now as you get older, your body, it's different. You know, it takes longer for it to
change the metabolism. Mm-hmm. And you guys fucking all three. You guys have good metabolism. You and the kids.
Yeah.
Mine fucking sucks. You eat the same shit, man. Remember I would make you eat the same stuff.
Same thing.
Fucking eat the same thing. A 300-pound man eats.
You would get mad at
Like,
me.
what the fuck? You're not gonna finish it. Why are you fucking eating so slow? You used to eat real slow when we 1st got together, and then you started eating regular.
I think it was because of work. I had to.
Yeah.
Because half an
You
hour
need
for
fuel.
lunch, that's
Yeah.
it.
You-
You
you-
had to hurry up.
And you need fuel to fucking. That's what gives you the energy, like the carbs and all that shit.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't see it that way. They no quieren comer, but they think that dieting means like you don't need nothing. You could eat, but tiene que ser a little bit, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not good to deprive yourself of things. It's not. You have to just kind of train your body to, like if you overdo it, of course, like, and if you overeat sweets, salt, of course there's going to be consequences for it, but everything in moderation should be good. Because then when you don't eat it, that's when your body craves it more. And of course, make healthy choices, like instead of eating candy bar, eat like maybe like something like a fruit that's really sweet,
Or an apple.
to
Yeah,
crave.
that's what I would do. Like when I was craving shit, I'd just give me some apples and I would eat that, and I would feel good. Like that shit's like satisfying,
Yeah.
Because I'm always fucking like craving, because you only eat 4 eggs, you're like fucking hungry halfway and shit. Like fuck, Now I fuck up when I get hungry like that. I'll stop and I'll give me a fucking bagel or two. Like damn, that's not good, man.
Not good, yeah.
And then I eat food and I get home. I'm gonna weigh myself tomorrow. I'm gonna fucking, and that's how I know where the fuck I'm at.
We'll see the truth.
Yeah, and then I see if I'm 300 again, like fuck that. I'm gonna, because I could lose it easy. I'll lose a 15 again, and then I gotta keep going and shit. That app that I was using, it's cool because it reminds me, like, hey dog, log in your food. Like you don't want me to see what I fucking ate today.
Yeah.
So I just gotta keep using it. But
And the good thing
Yeah.
is that it's going to start being warm, so we could probably start going to the stairs.
oh yeah, that'll be cool. Well, but that's gonna be till fucking March. Yeah, we'll go to March.
Well, hopefully I have a job by then.
Yeah, we'll see.
Let's hope.
Let's see.
Let's hope.
But shit, I think what happens is, it's winter time. It's flu season. But then flu season comes back again. I think like in June or July. So they'll come up with some bullshit again. Oh, there's a fucking Megatron now. You know, a ver qué. Well, fuck.
Yeah, the best thing is just live one day at a time.
Yeah.
Like that song, Un Día a la Vez.
Yeah.
That's
Damn. That's a good way to end it. Thanks for coming on, Liz.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And let's do it again soon. Because with me not being able to fucking, with these hours I'm gonna have now, it's gonna be like I'm not gonna be able to
Impossible.
get no guests.
Yeah.
But I have one here that I can resort to whenever. We'll just write down topics and shit like that, or I'll ask people what topics they want us to cover and stuff. I know last year we did that cool ass one about fucking Valentine's Day.
Oh.
It was an anti one.
Yeah.
But people liked it, even though it was anti. It's what the fuck we believe in.
Yeah.
But I'm
Different.
already starting to see people like spending their feria and planning this and that and whatever. Everyone,
Yeah.
whatever you want to do.
And
But,
also,
even
give him a follow.
Our daughter's boyfriend was like, "Hey, you guys don't celebrate anything."
This gentleman right
You know?
here, he goes
They
under,
wanted her to go to the house for
llama
Christmas,
Paul
and
Joseph
fucking for New Year's.
New Year's.
And
And
just
he
fucking
goes
tell me we don't
under
celebrate that shit.
Puro Smokers
We don't.
Cigars.
We just fucking stay at home.
So check him out.
We
Really
don't
cool
celebrate
dude.
that shit.
He's
You know,
followed by No
Morning
Father, No
too,
Problem,
so,
and
but
he's followed by my other
like,
podcast. So
he's
he's
a really,
really
really cool stand-up
Just tell
guy,
me you don't
man.
fucking
He's followed
celebrate
by-
it.
It's that Kickback podcast.
Yeah.
Tell him
so
to call me. I don't celebrate
shout
that
out to
shit,
you.
And that's
Paul
it.
Joseph,
That's the easy
man.
way
Thank
to
you very
do it,
much.
Yeah.
I don't
He's doing
celebrate
it.
that shit.
That's about it,
Like,
guys.
people ask, hey, what are you gonna get your wife for fucking Valentine's Day? I don't celebrate. That's Valentine's Day every day, homeboy. So I give her shit throughout the year, and that's it. So yeah, maybe I'll work. We'll probably work on something like that too. We could do a yearly one. But yeah, last year was cool. It was really, really cool. And then we went over questions or some shit. But ahora sí, vámonos so we don't keep fucking dragging this thing on. Everyone's like, I thought they were gonna fucking end it already. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very much for listening. Subscribe, rate it on Spotify. You can subscribe and rate it too. And you could I think you could write comments on that shit too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So if you're there, you're already there. Might as well check it out. Or if you're on iTunes, might as well put a couple stars, maybe 5, hopefully 5, and a fucking and a review. And if you do, when they review it, I fucking I read it out, you know, and give them props, you know. So thank you very much. And there's someone that I wanted to thank. Let me find this gentleman right